right, so recap time. So where you guys now are is the inn inside of Vallaki. You guys traveled here after selling some wares to the Vistani camp that was shortly outside the village of Barovia. You guys were able to sell anything because the guy was a big collector. And then you guys purchased a few things, namely, the main thing I remember is a disguise kit for Oscar.
Yep.
Did anyone else grab anything, or was that it?
I think I sold some stuff.
I think everyone else was just in a selling mood.
Okay. Oh, yeah. And then you guys made the rush to travel up to Vallaki before nightfall hit while you were on the roads. Along the way, fighting off a lone animated scarecrow that came out of the woods. You climbed through the mountains and crossed the stone bridge with gargoyles near the waterfall and found an old windmill along the way that people in the Vistani camp had mentioned that they saw an older woman with a wagon coming in and out of. But you guys...
And then that's the windmill we own, right?
Yes.
You own.
I like... Hold up. He said it. It's contract now.
I mean, my name's on the lease, but...
Hey,
Your
they say possession is 9/10 of the law, and you're weak.
So you hold the deed for
You
it.
hold it. Your name's not on it. I don't know that you guys went to an official office and asked for the stamp and seal.
Where's your local
Get this
notary?
notarized.
But yes, no, but looking at the outside of the windmill, it was run down, but the general look of it did match all the images of windmills that you saw in Death House, indicating that, the deed you found is likely for that windmill. But you guys chose to keep going past it since it was getting late and you wanted to make sure Irina was somewhere safe. And yep, now you find... and also you dealt with the gates to Vallaki, where they gave you the rundown on... they have the festival coming up.
Don't say the S word.
Yeah, he shall not be named and is just spoken about as the devil. Your weapons were accounted for, so they're very, strict with everything that goes on in and around this town. And they suggested you head over to this inn. Oh, and you guys also ran into the Barovians that were trying to go fishing by the lake that you chose to escort here.
We did.
We saved their lives.
I'd like to think we did good.
Yep. But yeah, they have departed you, having come into the inn, and you guys are here now. It's fairly crowded.
There's so many ladies for Oscar.
Well, so one note. So my screen's just completely black.
I see things.
It's
Right.
at the bottom.
Bottom right.
Bottom right. Oh, I see. Okay, there we go.
I was confused too. But then I wasn't.
But yeah, but no, the icons are all ladies, but that's just the generic icon for commoner.
Are you sure? I mean, even the bartender's a lady.
She's not the same icon.
No, but she's still a lady.
Look, man, that's just how elves roll.
All commoners are ladies.
But not to say that all ladies are commoners.
Yes.
Okay, but
What was the moral?
I don't know if there is one. But yeah, so you guys walked into the inn and find yourselves in the tap room. There are damp cloaks that hang from pegs in the entrance portico. The tavern is packed with tables and chairs, with narrow paths meandering between them. A bar stretches along one wall under a balcony that can be reached by a wooden staircase that hugs the north wall. Another balcony overhangs an entrance to the east. All the windows are fitted with thick shutters and crossbars. Lanterns hanging above the bar and resting on the tables bathe the room in dull orange light and cast shadows upon the walls, most of which are adorned with wolf heads mounted on wooden plaques. So, looking around at the fellow company within the tavern, you can easily tell that there are many commoners here of Vallaki, sporting nothing unusual. There are a pair of very drunk brothers, however, that catch your attention as they are laughing loudly and cheering to themselves, continuously hitting their tankards together.
remind me again, were we coming in here just to like get a drink, or were we coming in here for like a room and board?
I mean,
That-
the real
We're meeting
answer is
somebody?
we are here to use my new skills.
This is
as tavern brawler.
but this is the inn and tavern of the town that they suggested you go to, since it's what is it, like just a little bit past sunset, I believe.
So real answer is don't fuck it up.
Yeah.
Unless
Got
you want to be run out of the town, I guess. I don't know what your plan is here, tavern brawler.
There's not a lot of plan.
I'll walk up to the barkeep. Good afternoon, or good evening.
She looks at you and she nods as she's tending to all the drinks and patrons.
Do you perchance have rooms available for tonight?
She nods. She says, yes, we do. We have rooms indeed. It would be a bed for the night costs 1 EP.
EP?
The hell's an EP?
I asked Maker and Stryder this. Well, it's half a gold, they said.
It's half.
Oh, I know.
Oh, it's the
It's an
little
electron
Yeah.
piece.
Do you mean
So-
5 silver?
If you'd prefer me to say that, then yeah, 5 silver a night per bed.
They use electrum in Barovia.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
It is in my handbook for it.
It's in our character sheets, like, yeah.
I know he's being direct.
Oh, that was in
specifically
character?
That was in character.
Oh. The lady raises her eyebrow and she's like, it's a type of money. Why not?
It just seems pointless.
So, party, how many rooms do we
Saves on
need?
weight.
And how many? Well, anyway, yeah. How many nights are we gonna do, guys?
How many nights and how many rooms?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, which one of us are sleeping together?
Partner?
Well, it's not per room, it's per bed.
So
Ah,
All right, so we'll share beds. I don't see the issue here. Wait, what size bed? I mean, are they twins or are they like nice full?
Twin.
The California King, and we just all share one.
This is the local town inn that has people in and out. They don't have queen size beds to offer you. They're just.
Aiden will walk up and put a hand on Jorin's shoulder and say, "I claim this one."
I'm
I didn't-
slightly uncomfortable.
I didn't know.
I would love to
I
detect
look-
thoughts right now.
I look around confused.
By chance, are there more?
Are there
Like,
7 beds?
Is there any places that can be rented out at the moment, or anything you're aware of?
She looks confused. She's like, you want to rent a house rather than just stay in the inn?
That sounds
I mean-
expensive.
There's a decent amount of us here.
I have plenty of room and board. I don't. Is my place not good enough?
Finch,
We're
what kind of
saying-
traveling have you done before?
I think Oscar's rich now anyway, isn't he?
Yes, Oscar.
Let's get-
Don't you have enough coin to pay for everyone here?
Well, yeah, but you know, we want to make the money last a little bit. That's why I figured we'd bunk up on share beds. That way, we'd only need like 4 beds.
Well, I thought the plan long term was, get the windmill running again, make some money there. You gotta spend money to make money.
Yeah, that's why I'm saving the capital now for when we need to start buying stuff to get the windmill in shape.
Are you saying that's where we go for a base of operations here? We make the windmill?
A dusty,
it's-
decades-old windmill.
It's closer than the death
Excellent.
house.
It's
Good point.
It's
not
4
staying in
miles
that
away
house.
from it.
I also like the idea that you were almost considered Death House, a house that literally tried to kill you as you left.
It did. It did literally. Try
It
and kill us.
it came to life to murder you. It is Death House.
In all honesty, perfect crime.
Crime
you just,
against.
might
you
even-
just say somebody like, "Hey, can you meet me at my house later on today?" And they'll just go there and die. I mean, it's like, hey, I mean,
Well, my plan
And
is to
since
open it up as
Oscar
like
has
a
the-
hotel for like emos and old people.
Oh my goodness.
Ever the entrepreneur.
Yeah. Kevorkian's house of
Of wonders.
fun, wonders. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a politician, and my first rule is we were opening Kevorkian's House of Wonders. Vote for me on this platform
Vote for me before you go.
before I force you to visit. Jeez.
Anyway. I think a bed each is fine for the first night here before we get our bearings.
Yeah. One thing to keep in mind is the guards did tell you there's the festival that if you're still here for, they expect you to participate in or to attend. And that's in 3
That's when?
days.
3 days. All right, so we got to be out of here and in the windmill in 3 days.
What are you talking about? 3 days? You don't want to go to a festival?
The creepy festival of forced happiness? Sure.
But just look how happy everyone is here. And Romero continues to keep his mask on, so you can't tell if he's smiling or not.
It can't be that bad, Jorin.
I mean, look at those two drunk guys over there. I gesture to the two drunk guys over there.
They are happily laughing and drinking the night away.
Alright, so Oscar, the bedrooms.
Yeah, I'll get the rooms and grab us some drinks. Why don't you guys get the seats right at that table?
I'll help out.
Sounds good.
All right, so it's I'll get 6 rooms or 6 beds for 3 nights, and a round of drinks for everybody.
All right, so
Everybody in the party.
the pause, like, wait, not the whole bar.
Not the home. Wait.
All right, so hold on. So then the woman looks at you and she starts to pencil things down. She's like, "All right, so 6 beds, 3 nights. You guys said you'd prefer to pay in silver, right?"
Silver or gold, sure.
All right. So just for the bed stays, that's 6. Where's my calculator? My phone's not near me.
Honors the 6th bed.
But yeah, just for the night's stay, it would be 90 silver. Did I do that math right? 18
Yeah, so what's that?
times 5.
That's like 9 gold.
Yes.
3 gold.
90?
Is it wait?
90.
90.
Yeah, 9 gold.
That's some expensive rooms.
It's metric.
6 beds at
6.
Yeah, no, it comes to 90 silver. I just forget
Yeah.
what silver goes into gold.
Why are we only getting 6 beds?
No, it's
Because 2
30.
people offered to buddy up.
Because Oscar's,
I'm gonna press my luck.
Oscar.
yes. So yeah, so 90 silver, right? Because it's 6 times 3 is 18 times the 5 silver.
Yeah, no, 90 silver's correct. But then what's
Okay.
the gold to silver ratio?
It's,
Isn't it?
It's
10?
9 gold.
Yeah.
9
It's
gold,
9 gold? Okay, yeah, then yeah.
to 90 silver.
Yeah, I was confused why someone said 3. I was like, wait, what did...
I thought it was half EP.
Yeah.
Not 3.
Then I'll give her 10 gold and have the drinks keep coming.
Okay, and then she goes, okay, for drinks, we have 2 options. We've got the purple grape mash number 3 wine or the red dragon crush wine.
Go
Oh,
for the
thank
Dragon
God,
Crush.
I gotta do the Dragon Crush.
Yeah.
All right, that's, a pint of that is a silver.
Well, just you have a gold on tap on file. Just keep them flowing.
Just keep them flowing. So you get 10 drinks.
That's 2 for each of us.
Yeah. Assuming Irina and Ismark don't drink.
Fair enough. All right, so then she gives you the first round of the Red Dragon Crush wine.
The Rad Dragon
Red.
Crush one? Oh.
Rad.
I was like, this is the most radical Dragon Crush wine I've ever had.
Whoa.
Wow. Cowabunga, dude.
Comes out on a surfboard.
It's the Capri Sun of wine.
Hey, as long as
Now I want to fight Rat Dragon.
But yeah, so yeah, she kind of like starts to hand you the sets of drinks, Oscar, for you to bring back to your table.
And I will bring all the drinks back.
Okay. And then
That dexterous.
all right, so then you bring the drinks back. Ismark and Irina are also at the table with you. And then Ismark asks, he's like, how many beds did you get?
I got enough for everybody here, right?
You also
I
paid
mean,
for
I
one for
heard-
me?
I heard
What?
six,
Yeah, of
so-
course.
Aiden silently like counts on his fingers the people, holding up 7 fingers.
And then Ismark, he's like, do you want me to pay you back for Irina and my bed?
You know what? It's quite all right. We've made some decent money in this travel. Once we guys get you safe to where your final destination, then we can talk about all that kind of stuff.
Final destination is such an ominous way to put it.
Only if you've seen the movie.
Only if you're right, they wouldn't have the movies in this universe. All right. And he goes, all right then. So what do you guys have planned for tomorrow? I'm thinking Irina and I kind of go around and survey, where it's best to take her.
You don't know?
Well, I've been in talks with the burgomaster, but he didn't guarantee the best place for her. And I'd like to check the places out myself as well.
Well, I know I was going to have a talk with the local guards and see if there's been anything. I can get any information that way, so that was my plan.
I mean, our job here is just to keep you safe. Wait, how close is the windmill from here?
It's like an hour, right?
Yeah, it was an hour and a half walk.
Maybe we can check out that windmill.
Wait, does this job continue? We already made it to the town.
You made it to the town, but it's not done until she's dropped off somewhere. And Ismark is offering that he'll kind of go survey it out and figure out where best to leave her in case he needs you guys.
I'm willing to hang out and help out a little further. We've gone this far.
Yeah, might as well see it to the end.
Yeah.
So he's going out alone to find a place,
Uh,
or
Well, that's what he's
and
talking
leaving
about. at the
Irina
moment.
here.
I would say tomorrow, most likely.
I just mean, are we guarding her at this tavern? Or...
No. So what? Okay, let me reword this. So Ismark is like, him and Irina want to check out the town tomorrow. So he's asking what everyone else is gonna do.
Guys, I think we've had too much of this Rad Dragon wine. I understand what's happening with these plans.
Brother, did you drink mine too?
I mean, someone put a whole tray of them in front of me, and Sorry, guys.
Party.
Roll a Constitution. You're able to hold it down, but things are starting to blur.
I'm just saying, guys. It's just pretty good wine.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure because if we're supposed to guard her here, then like we gotta leave some people with her.
No, I'll let Ismar kind of continue. He goes, how did I have this worded out? Because now it kind of like, I don't want to say it again and you guys be confused again. I guess the TLDR is he's kind of hinting that he wants to stay with his sister before he has to leave her for however long amount of time.
Oh, like just him and his sister hanging out?
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah. Then we'll just do our own.
Yeah, we can.
I mean,
So let you guys have a nice sibling bonding day.
Yeah.
have a mooch about the town while you guys, you know,
Yeah.
figure
I think
things
we
out.
might. I mean, I was interested in checking out that windmill. It's pretty close by. But nobody else care about the windmill?
It seems
I mean, yeah.
Could
I'm
be
up
worth
for
it.
that. I'm up for it.
wasn't there that didn't we see that creepy lady go in there or something?
I think, yeah, it was another.
Yes,
The other
Fench's
thing.
witch.
Creepy witch lady was in that area, so
Yeah, the Vistani camp said that they had seen a lady with a wagon leaving the windmill before.
that seems like a good plan while Ismark and Arena are out in the town.
Yes, we'll
There's
claim
no little,
Oscar's birthright.
There's no little booklet here that say, like, explore the city, travel guides. Is there a bush garden somewhere around here?
No, there's no wall of pamphlets about the 15th wonder of the world that you can see in this town.
This town have like the largest ball of twine or something. Something cool.
I was thinking rubber band ball.
Yeah.
We'll have to go to the town hall for that.
Well, actually,
Giant
Awesome.
cement dinosaurs.
Oscar,
Or elephants.
Yes.
I have a pitch for you.
All right.
Right? You can pick it up or you can pick it down.
All right. I'll put my glove on. I'll see.
Pick it down.
All right. So, I actually have a good set of skills which could be useful for you.
You have a particular set of skills.
Yes. You see, I know how to work the hammer.
You're a carpenter.
No. I'm a smith.
Oh, you're a
Oh.
Smith. I always thought you were more of a Cooper.
But I don't actually own any blacksmith tools. But
Like an
when we get
anvil?
to your windmill, I could maybe help fix it up.
I mean, that sounds good. I mean, we have 3 days until the festival. It's only an hour's journey. I don't know exactly what kind of stuff we need. If we want to go there and survey it first, or show up with a, supply.
Yeah, I'm just saying because I have some decent ability to be able to fix up any of the metalwork that's in there.
No.
That was the pitch.
We should see what kind of condition it's in at all first.
Aiden, what are you doing tomorrow?
Well, it seems we'll all be going to the windmill.
All right. Well, I need to pick up some stuff from the pet store first.
Did you want Aiden to go with you?
Sure.
I mean, we can
What
all
do you
go
mean
to the
from
pet
the
store.
What do you mean from the pet store?
Bungie's out of food.
I mean, we can always find berries. Plenty of berries for him on the way.
He actually eats smaller rabbits.
Well
That way
then.
it gets bigger in size.
Ooh.
Oscar, that's not how bunnies work.
Like Romero raises a finger to correct him, and then he thinks about it, and he's like, Bungie is kind of big. He probably could eat other rabbits.
How big
He
is
doesn't say
Bungie?
anything. He's like 8 pounds. So like 4 times the size of any of our bunnies.
Like, remember, in that picture, he's sitting on top of a chibi head, so he's still about the size of Romero's body. Chibi or not.
To scale.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Our plans are made.
plans
Yeah.
are made. Pet store.
Then witch
Now
hunting
to
at a windmill.
enjoy the night. We'll wake up, head up at a pet store, go to the windmill, meet back up.
Sounds like a great day.
Okay. As
But
you
now for a better night.
as you guys are settling the plans, the two brothers that were just laughing over in the corner kind of approach your table. They're clearly intoxicated and they're excited to see you guys. They're like, "Dude, we haven't seen adventures in forever. Can you tell us a bunch of cool stories?"
Romero's like, dude, I haven't seen drunk guys in forever either.
What about
That's all
you?
he says. He always says, what about me?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I can't see myself with my own eyes. They only look outward.
Shit's deep.
Yeah, they're you can tell their eyes lit up when they realize you guys are adventurers. They're like, if you trade stories, we'll tell you stuff about the town.
All right, well, I mean, I
lucky
know a
for
few
you.
stories.
I've got
Aiden knows how to
stories
make a
for
mean
sure.
old Manhattan bartender thing. And then I just like whisper loudly to Aiden, make that sparkly cup drink thing you do.
He goes, fine. Alright. Oscar, hand me some money.
What? I am not your sugar daddy.
Oscar, just pay him. I want to see the sparkly drink.
How much is the sparkly drink?
However much we need for alcohol, since Romero has drunk it all.
Well, I still have a few more on the way. I bargain for more drinks.
She starts to prepare the other 5.
Alright. So I pull out my wine glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. And then I minor illusion a cloak over top of them. And then I'll magically make them interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Roofies. The word is roofies.
Yes, I
That makes
roofie
them
them.
interesting.
It'd be too much of a giveaway if Roofies showed up and drinks as something magical and sparkly.
The only reason Romero likes him is because he has divine health, so he just doesn't.
Does not affect. Immune to everything.
Alright, so how do I do this? Just write it or tell you what they do?
Just tell us what they look like.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I set out 5 drinks for everyone. Alright, and let's see. Romero's looks normal. Alright, Oscar's is blue for some reason. Jorin's, his looks normal until he holds it up to the light. Alright, and Fench, yours is orange. Alright. So, Romero, when you drink yours, instead you see a bunch of jellyfish floating around you.
Guys, everything's kind of swimming. When did we go underwater?
Alright, Jorin's, the light casts shadows through it that plays a scene of a horse that's running along the table.
Look at this awesome horse.
Oscar, yours
I
tastes
actually,
like.
I'm gonna offer mine to someone else. I need to keep my wits about me. I'll first offer it to the lady, see if she'd like some.
The bartender? Wow, this is
No,
generous
no,
of
Aiden.
you.
She
Does
kind
Irina accept?
of looks at it and she's confused. She's like, Aiden, how did you get it to be blue suddenly?
Oh, it's magic, my dear.
Is it safe to drink?
Oh, yes.
She looks at it, but she's kind of more interested to look at it rather than drink it. But she does take the glass.
Okay. It doesn't do anything while she's holding it.
Okay.
And then, Fench, yours is orange. Alright, and when you touch it, it feels warm to the touch.
Oh, I'm not English. It's a common mistake. Alright, he still drinks it.
Alright, and then Aiden will have his own.
The drunk guys are like, geez, that's cool. That was all magic?
Yes.
And like the two brothers like start like hitting each other in the shoulders and pointing at the drinks as if the other one didn't see it, but they're both standing right there.
I like this narrative.
So you guys said you wanted a story?
Yeah, I mean, like, you tell us some stuff, we could tell you some stuff. You guys could just show us magic tricks, and we could get wasted and watch some more. I mean, it's up to you.
Yeah, I mean, unless somebody else has a story, I know a pretty good one.
Let's let the bard use his glass.
Oscar, you're not gonna tell us a story about the milkmaids and that pervy dude again, are you? I really, I've heard it too many times. You tell it every time we go.
But
Every
it
time we
fit
go
like a
shopping.
glove. It fit like a glove.
I'm just saying, how many milkmaids do you know?
I give I give a quick look over to Arena, and then I'm like, maybe I shouldn't talk about that. No, but this is actually a story of the island of Trid and the indigenous people that lived there.
Gone
So long-
sailing?
Huh?
You've gone sailing?
No, this isn't actually about me. It's from a rabbi told me this. He was the sailor. He went out to this island, part of one of his missions or something. And this rabbi goes to this island, and he right before the shore, he like shipwrecks and he gets washed up. And the people there, they're called Trids. They bring him in. They nurse him back to health, and he's so grateful. But he notices that they have so few resources, and he's like, why don't you guys farm and stuff? You can go on the island. They had a huge mountain. You go further up the mountain, and get some of these resources. And the Trids are like, no, we can't do that. There's a horrible giant that whenever he catches us up on his mountain, he kicks us and we come rolling back down, and a lot of us, go right into the water and drown. So the rabbi thinking, well, I have to help these people. I have to, show my gratitude. Maybe I can talk to him. Maybe he'll listen to a man of God. So the rabbi, bids adieu to the Trids and starts making his way up the mountain. Fearful for his life that he might get kicked and go rolling back down. So he starts climbing up the mountain, and he can see like remnants of when the Trids are trying to farm and stuff. And he walks past that. Then he keeps going. Still no sign of the giant. He makes it up to the top of the mountain, and there he sees the giant, and he goes, "Giant, why did you kick these people? But you don't threaten me or anything." And the giant looks at him and says, "Silly rabbi, kicks are for Trids."
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Okay. The two drunk brothers kind of stare at you, and they're like, "I don't get
I quickly finish the rest of my drink. I'm gonna need a few more of these with stories like that.
it." Yeah. Oh, Aiden, does anything happen when Jorin drinks his drink?
No, it's just a visual thing.
His is visual. Okay.
What happens when Irina drinks hers?
She hasn't drink. She didn't do it. She put it back on the table.
Sadness.
But yeah, but the drunk brothers are just confused and staring at you, and they're like, I guess we gotta share something about the town. You guys got any questions?"
Yeah, where's the nearest pet shop? I gotta feed my bunny. And then I pull Bungie out and sit on my lap and just pet him aggressively.
Aggressively. They're like, there's that Rictavio guy that's here sometimes. He would know. He's got animals. I think it's a few houses north. One of the drunk guys calls out to the female barkeep that Oscar was talking to earlier. He's like, "Yo, Danica, where's the pet store?" So she looks at him and she kind of rolls her eyes about how drunk they are at this point. But she says, it's not far north from here. It's Jesper's. It's pretty hard to miss, but it's a few houses north. It's a small home with tan walls and a light blue roof.
I just like whisper to Aiden, I'll never remember that. Write it down.
Very well.
Hey Fench, don't you do like cool adventuring stuff? Tell us about that time you fought that thing.
Oh, okay. So once when I was trying to fix up some fairies, if you will,
Do fairies break?
well, I can tell you they definitely do. There was some group of fey creatures that was terrorizing some local hamlet or whatever, and me and the company I used to be with went in to take them out. I'm going to say it was a very unpleasant experience. You don't like hearing the screams of small fey creatures, but hey, you do what you have to do sometime. Anyway, that's actually how I ended up having my skin turn orange. Don't get cursed by fairies, by the way. Kinda sucks.
Oh,
I
it's
always
a
just thought he
magical
had a bad
orange.
tan.
I thought he was running for president or something.
No, this is not intentional. But
So,
it's what happens when you mess with the Fae a little too much. After all, you never know what might happen when you piss off Fae.
didn't they write that song, "Come Fae Away, Come Fae Away"?
Dear God.
So if not orange, what's your normal skin color?
I mean, it's I don't know, tan. I guess lightly tan. It's something along those lines. More whitish. I am from the north, so.
Out of game question to you.
Yes. What's up?
Are you? Did I make your guy too orange?
Yes. but I totally rolled with it.
Sounds good.
Honestly, and they gave him a reason to know Fae, the Fae language. I was like, you know what? He does hate Shambling Mount. Let's give him a reason why he knows Sylvan.
All right, sounds good.
But yeah, essentially, some Fae creatures were, abducting children in the middle of the night and all that kind of thing, doing changeling stuff, and you crack a
Strong
few
Fae.
fairy scales, and you get turned orange. It happened.
So like the the moral of the story is just don't talk to fairies?
Yes, that was the moral of the story.
Huh. I thought you were gonna tell me something cool and adventure-y, not you'll wake up orange one day. I mean, it's cool. It's a story.
Well, hold on here. I didn't wake up orange. It was very instantaneous.
Huh. I mean, I guess fair's fair. What do you want to know about the town?
Oh, I don't know. I guess. Well, what do you think? Is there anybody looking for any jobs to be done around here? You know, looking for a little help to smash some skulls, defeat evil creatures, that kind of thing. I do believe I've been ignored.
Yeah, did anyone hear Fench?
What?
About what?
He was asking the two drunk guys if there's any jobs to be done, right?
No, he's asking
Yeah.
the party. Oh,
No.
you're asking them. Oh,
I was
okay.
asking the two drunk guys.
Well, the two.
I was like, I didn't know I was supposed to answer, but I guess I can come up with jobs for Fench.
Sorry, I thought I heard it as for the party. Do you guys have jobs you want to do around town? Sorry. Drunk guys go, nah. I mean, we just live here. We just wanted to meet cool people and help you out since you guys look all cool and badass and stuff.
Well, I can tell you what, we're definitely looking for to assist people in, I guess, good ways, if you will.
Well, I think I know what these guys want. These two gentlemen here are looking to try to impress some of the ladies at this bar, and the only way to do that is to have a good old-fashioned brawl.
No, they want an action story, Oscar.
Yeah, but the two guys go like, I mean, if you don't need anything else from us, you guys, we'll go back to drinking on our own. Just thought we'd be helpful.
Oh no, it is helpful. Trust us. We always enjoy.
Aiden, I don't think they liked Oscar's story.
Yeah. I don't know what he was talking about at the end there. It sounded like gibberish. And then Fench, his skin turned orange because he killed fairies.
Yeah, he's a fairy murderer.
Yes. It's quite sad. Usually aren't they good?
I don't know. I've never hunted fairies before.
They're not always good.
Well,
wait,
I
can
could
hear
tell
this?
your skin wasn't orange.
I mean, look, they were abducting children in the middle of the night. They don't see it. Here's the thing about fairies. They're not inherently evil creatures. They just don't understand that we're breakable.
Wait, can fairies abduct children? Because I mean, as far as I know, fairies are fairly small creatures.
Fairies, fae, I don't care which one it is.
Well, I'm just arguing the linguistics here. Like, can a creature that small pick up a small child?
I'm talking about, like, babies.
They
Like,
still.
stealing babies in the middle of the night kind of deal. Because that's how you get changed language.
So, Fench, you
Yes.
discovered a group of fey creatures that were stealing children,
Yes.
and then they turned your skin orange, and then you were brought to this magical land where you found an old woman that was also stealing children.
Yes.
Is that a common thing that happens around you? Are we going to go to the windmill and discover that there is a group of wolves that have smuggled children out of this town?
I'm going to
I
think on this
suspect
now.
the bartender of smuggling children.
I mean, this is a 2 out of 2 right now. That's not a pattern.
Oh wait, Finch.
Yes.
If you were turned orange by the Fae, that means at least one lived to turn you orange. So could that Fae still be smuggling children?
It was fairly dead when I left.
All right.
I mean, I'm just saying. It did it before. It was their wild magic or something like that. The effect was a little more permanent, though.
So anyway, this one time we got teleported to a magic land. It was all foggy and shit. And then we went to help these kids, and a house started trying to eat us, and there were like ghouls and shit. Yeah, I don't know. It was a whole thing. And that's my story.
You remember that then we were trying to leave and we tried to break through a wall and it just turned into rats attacking us?
Yeah, this guy knows what I'm talking about. And all the doors were like swinging scythe blades and shit. You should have been there, man. I clapped the one drunk guy on the back. I'm like, you would have had a great time. It was awful. It was terrible. I was scared.
They're like, dude, you guys survived that? Shit.
What?
As they
Pretty sure we punched a ghost.
I'm pretty sure we did punch it. I smacked it in the head with a flail, and the ghost went, ah, and disappeared.
Oscar, remember when you grabbed that door and passed out?
Yo, Oscar, remember when you picked up that glowy orb thing and all those ghosts appeared and beat the hell out of us?
I remember it differently.
I think they mostly just beat the hell out of Oscar, didn't they? I think the rest of us were pretty okay.
I don't know. I was pretty hurt.
Yeah.
All right.
This sounds awful.
the
It
two
was.
the two dudes
Remember
start.
that time you touched that piece of armor and it punched Jorin in the face?
Oh, I remember that.
The two
And the
dudes.
broom too. Don't forget the broom.
Yeah, the
Oh,
broom
yes.
too. You went in the broom closet, Oscar, and then the broom started whacking Jorin in the head.
The two dudes start laughing and they go, "Oh, cool! So that guy's your bad luck charm. Got it."
Maybe he is.
Did you talk about yourself in the third person?
Yes. Or did you mean Jorin?
I was trying to push the blame to someone else. Hope no one would notice.
That Oscar fella, boy.
But yeah, the guys seem kind of satisfied with this story and turn around and head back to their own table. Yep. But at this point, you start to see like some of the commoners start to head out for the night as it's getting pretty late. Just slowly, like one at a time, just kind of leave the bar.
I'm gonna walk up to the bar tape to the bartender. So, Danica, was it?
Yes.
So what's your story? What brings a pretty face like yours here at running a bar?
Do you want me to show her your picture?
Sure.
I mean, unless you're just doing that to be, your bardic way.
A little bit of both. A picture wouldn't hurt.
So you can get a better
Go for
idea.
it.
Let me see if... I thought she had an icon here. Let me see.
Just make it the size of a horse.
So you can get a good picture of her.
Yeah.
Horse size it is, temporarily.
So she's a little tired.
She's a little tired. So was it you? So you said you were just asking what brings her here?
Yeah.
She goes, my husband and I, we run this inn and the bar, and we have our local group that we live with and work with within Vallaki. So nothing particular brings us here. We just have always lived here.
You guys live with a group? That's interesting.
We don't live with a group. We work with a group. We keep a
Oh.
lookout for each other.
Gotcha. Do you know anything about the windmill? It's maybe like a hour walk from here.
That makes it sound like there's multiple windmills just around that, you could easily confuse.
We don't know that. We only saw one. There could be more.
Yeah, this is the Netherlands.
She looks at you, she's like, I I've had a few friends check that place out. It's a pretty dangerous area. Why do you ask?
Oh, I've recently come into the ownership of that windmill.
Ownership. How did you happen upon that?
We. What's the best way to put it? We put
Did
to
you
rest
ask
the
the group?
souls of the people who previously owned it. Like literally put to rest their souls.
Oh, I see. Yes. Okay. I think I'm understanding the situation. I'm just surprised I haven't heard anyone really, wanting to own that area in a long time.
There's
Well-
always value in land ownership.
Yeah, I mean, land just like people can have I'm blanking on the word now. Promise. They just because it looks old and run down now doesn't mean it doesn't have potential to be something great.
She kind of like nervously looks around and she goes, to each their own, I guess. It'd be a lot of work to make that place presentable again.
Why is that?
I've had a couple of my friends scout that area out. They've seen a woman coming in and out. She is not a friendly type.
Well, I tend to be very friendly. Let's see if good, hello from me might maybe change her mind.
Okay, and thing to keep in mind too, we don't believe that she's there alone.
Okay.
Worst comes to worst, we have a little eviction, right?
Yeah.
What's that
Sounds
TLC show? Like where they kick people out of homes. You repossess their properties.
All right, get out, you peasants.
All right. But yeah,
No
but
one
no.
said Oscar was a nice slumlord.
But yeah, Oscar, make an insight check.
All right. First roll of the day. Insight. Boom.
Okay.
14.
Looking at her, you can see she's kind of like uncomfortable with the idea of you guys going, but she's not gonna stop you. She seems to have kind of like glancing over to the sides to see if she can see anyone else in the bar that she might know or have worked with.
Does the windmill make you uncomfortable?
Where did the windmill touch you?
It's not the windmill itself, it's the inhabitants, but you do look like worthy adventurers, I suppose. You were able to make it this far through Strahd's lands.
Hold on, are
Have
you
those
saying
people
this
been giving
is-
you trouble?
Sorry, you both talked.
Let Mike go.
I'm sorry. I said, are those people giving you trouble?
No, they don't bother us directly. They're just not people to they're not pushovers.
I see.
That's why we keep a Romero around.
We look over at drunk Romero.
He's like laying on the table with his bunny in his lap.
Good old Romero.
All right. Normally he doesn't push over so easily.
he probably drank more of the ale than anyone else.
I don't think any of us had a first class.
He's like class like 6 or something.
Yeah, because what'd you say? You said that Oscar put him down. You're like, okay.
He put him in front of him.
All right, but as you're having this conversation, you can't help but notice that there's maybe like 2 stragglers left in the bar, and a lot of people seem to be heading home.
All right.
All right, what are their looks on like a scale of like 1 to 10?
Are you asking their charisma?
No, on a
Yeah, that'd
scale of
be
1
on
to
1 to
10,
20.
not 1 to 20. Yeah.
I'd say this one is kind of like the old guy you expect to see in the bar at all times a day. Just kind of like slumped over, not really drinking anything, just kind of messing with a glass. And then, can you guys still see this one in this corner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. She's kind of like a middle-aged woman who just looks like she's biding time until she has to go home.
For a second, I thought she was biding time until she has to go visit the death house. Like she's just waiting out her life here in the bar.
I can't wait for that new politician to open up the Kevorkian house. Man.
Alright, Romero's just gonna like go by, clap this guy drunkenly on the shoulders and be like, "Hey man, you have a good one. It's good seeing you again." And then go upstairs. Go sleep. I don't even know if the beds are upstairs, but he's just assuming that whatever's up here, he's gonna go sleep on.
Did you guys want like to be told how to get to your rooms? Nobody asked. You guys were just
No, he's literally just assuming his room is up here. He's just going that way.
He'll just keep trying the handles until a door opens.
until a door opens.
I'll ask Danica if she could show us or tell us where our rooms are.
Okay. She says a lot of the open rooms, what you'll do is you'll go out the entrance that you came. There's a staircase outside that leads up to the balcony upstairs, and that'll lead you to a lot of the vacant beds.
So, Danica,
Okay.
what do those stairs, and I gestured to the one my brother just walked up, where do those stairs lead?
Oh, they took those stairs? That leads to the other balcony, but that leads to a couple private rooms. One of them is rented out right now, and then it leads to where my family sleeps. So they will not find available beds that way.
So, so how far do I make it before her husband kicks me out of the private residence?
I mean, they're not gonna stop you because her husband doesn't see you. He's not up there right now.
Yeah, but I can't go through these doors to look.
Wait, which door? Are you want me to take you up to the second floor?
Yes. Oh no, I've disappeared. Oh, there I am.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm just gonna like go open this door.
Okay. Scrolling through all my notes. All right, opening that door. It's not locked, Romero. No. Dynamic lighting. What you see inside is a large painted toy box rests between two small cozy beds. There are murals of ravens in flight that are painted on the walls above the wood paneling.
I just say these beds are
hold on.
tiny, and then I get in one and fall asleep.
Romero. Hey, bud. This is too fancy. You don't pay for this.
You have to pick him up and carry him out.
Fuck.
You kind of
Oh.
yeah. So yeah, Fench, you hunker down and you're able to kind of like find the right spots to, like kind of like the top of Romero's back beneath the shoulder blades and then like right in the crook of his knees, and you're able to get your balance enough that you're able to lift him off of the much too small bed for him.
Is there a small child crushed under that bed?
No. Just you two going back down. Okay. I'll take you guys back to.
Well, we can see them, right? Because they're just like.
You would have seen them just a
balcony-
little bit ago.
The balcony, like we can just look up and see, right? It overlooks the bar.
Yeah, you would have been able to see Romero like walk off into a room by himself. Yeah, and then coming back
Shout
out.
out to them, like,
Then you
rooms
see
are
Fench
outside,
care-
guys.
Yeah, I kind of realized that once I walked. That was not the right place.
All right, is that where you guys head now?
Yes. He carried.
Where do I go?
Hold on, hold on. This is the stairwell.
Ooh. This is cool.
Agreed.
Put Ismark.
No, I
in
wasn't
right-
ready for going to bed quite yet.
Oh, what did you want to do, Oscar?
Don't say it like that.
Oscar, the bar has like in a few, like maybe in an hour, you'll start
Well-
hearing closing time equivalent.
Well, no, I just wanted to go up to Reen and be like, Reen, before you go to sleep, I actually I had an idea I wanted to talk to you about in private.
She raises her eyebrow. She's like, "Why does it have to be private?"
I don't know who's listening in.
Is my brother not to be trusted anymore?
What? No, your brother can. He can join us. You guys
Unless
all have
Oscar was
dirty
into both of them.
minds.
She kind of looks, and she like tugs on Ismark's sleeve. Is like, apparently Oscar has a plan for us. You good with meeting for a second? And Ismark looks confused and tired, but he's like, sure, why not? So put all three of you over here. Go ahead, Oscar. You're separated from the rest of the group.
Where are we?
Scroll up a little bit. There's a.
Oh, I see. Yes. Well, does one of us, do we have like a room, or is it all just beds in a big room?
I'll start opening the doors so everyone can see. I believe all of these are available. So they're essentially, it's whoever wants to go up there and investigate. There's like 2 rooms and then kind of like a dormitory, like a, what do you call it? Hostel kind of thing where it's like a bunch of beds in one room.
Gotcha.
Claim this bed.
Got this one.
I assume you threw me in the other one then.
All right, so yeah, so where a lot of you have claimed your beds are the guest rooms. The 2 rooms have identical furnishings. There are 2 cozy beds with matching footlockers that rest in the far corners of, it's about 15-foot square room. There are wolf furs that are heaped atop each bed. And between the beds, a lamp sits on a table under a shuttered window. There are 2 tall black wardrobes that stand against the wall by the door. So that's 4 of the beds claimed. Hey, buddy.
2 to go.
Is
Alright.
Oscar visible from these windows?
He would be from Jorin and Aiden's room, because I believe this is a window.
Be the brand.
Or did you just jump off the balcony, Fench?
No.
I was prepared to have you roll, but anyway, Oscar.
So, and like I give a quick look around to make sure there's nobody near us.
It's clear. It's nightfall, so it's.
So I was thinking, once you have a spot saved, and it is time for us to part our ways. I don't know, who all we can trust in the in the town, if we're truly trying to rid you of any kind of fear or worry that you know who is possibly after you, I suggest we give you a radical new look before we leave. And then I was thinking, and I pull out the wig. I could disguise myself as you and make a big to do that me, i.e., you, is leaving the town to go on to the next place.
He's gonna miss his doubtfire.
Let me process that as the NPCs for a second.
I'm glad he didn't do this near any of us.
Yes.
Yeah, well, Romero's drunk right now, so he probably would have encouraged it.
Wait, Oscar, did you pull the wig out? Like to show
I showed
Irina?
Yeah, it's in my bag, yeah.
Okay, I was wondering if you took it out to be visible to Irina and Ismark.
Yeah.
Okay, so Aiden, it's dark out, but there's a couple of like outdoor lamps that kind of light the general paths, and you can make out Oscar pulling out the wig that he had bought from the vendor.
Jorin, he's got the wig in his hands.
Oh, this can't be good. I'm gonna stand next to Aiden and peek out the window to see what's going on.
Yeah, so the two of you, all you see is like Irina is Mark talking to Oscar, and Oscar holding the wig out, like kind of like showing them that he had purchased this. But yeah, Oscar. So then Ismark, he kind of ponders it for a little bit, almost considering it, and he's like, I guess we could try for a different look, but I don't know. I feel like Strahd wouldn't fall for it.
Well, I think if we give you a nice, like, maybe a pixie, you can hang out here, go by just a different name for a little bit. I mean, you really want to
Give her
get
some
away
bang.
from him.
Pass her like a milkmaid.
Go to sleep, brother. You're drunk.
He's not
Says the
there.
other
It's fine.
brother trying to convince.
Roll a persuasion.
We still save Oscar. If we break his legs, he can be king. Oh my gosh.
Persuasion. And then I forget, what does expertise and persuasion do again?
Double proficiency bonus.
Okay.
All right.
Chat window. I don't know where. Oh, there's roll.
Yeah. So Ismark,
Yeah.
Ismark, he kind of nods his head. He's like, yeah, I think this might work. Irina, are you comfortable with a completely different look? And Irina is like, if you guys think it'll get Strahd off of me, I'm willing to do what it can take.
Yeah, I think maybe the next 2 nights, we can just go over the plan. I can maybe watch you a little bit more to maybe mimic some of your abilities. We can really ham it out as I leave.
It's all guys to get into her pants still.
Oh my goodness. So sorry, I'm imagining the method actors. They're where they tell cops can I do a ride along? They ride along to watch Irina. Anyway, she seems confused. She's like, what mannerisms do you think you need from me? Aren't you just gonna shout and say you're good? This town isn't good enough?
What mannerisms do you need from me? Aren't you just gonna shout and say this town isn't good enough? And I'll try to mimic, the way she's holding herself.
She rolls her eyes and just starts to walk up the stairs.
I will, I roll my eyes at her brother and continue to walk upstairs in the same fashion.
What do you do for acting? Performance.
Really wish we were all streaming with cameras.
Yeah.
I want to see everyone's reaction to this.
Everyone rolling their eyes. Okay. So Ismark looks at you and he goes, "You're gonna need that wig," and walks away. But yeah, Ismark and Irina go up and they kind of knock on Aiden and Jorin's door.
I dart to my bed.
Did you guys leave it unlocked?
Oh wait, no, it's funnier if I just stay here.
Did you guys leave the door unlocked?
Yes.
Probably at this point.
So then they kind of the door kind of opens and Irina peeps in. She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize this room was taken. What are you looking at the night sky?"
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful night out there today.
That's what I was looking at.
Persuasion.
We saw nothing at all about Oscar's hair.
She nods her head. She's like, "Yeah, I guess it was pretty nice out tonight." And they walk ahead to the next room, and then Irina knocks on Fench and Romero's door. Did you guys leave that unlocked?
Yeah.
I believe it's unlocked, but Romero's just rolling around in his sleep.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Irina looks concerned. She's like, "Is Romero okay?"
I think the bunny's running around his suit.
Wait, Fench, are you also rolling around but on the floor?
No, it's more like I just saw that and I'm kind of like, what the hell? I'm kind of uncomfortable. Anybody want to take this room?
Irina doesn't want to disturb Romero, and she's like, no, it's fine. I mean, I'll just take whatever spare beds are left."
Cool.
So she heads into this room and claims this bed. And then Ismark goes ahead and claims this bed. So there's your 6 beds, Oscar.
Fench, just get out of the bed.
Grapple.
Oh
Get out of the bed and wake up early.
And you guys thought Aiden and Jorin were uncomfortable.
Alright, fine.
How are we uncomfortable?
What are you doing, Oscar?
He's doing movie tickets.
He's doing. You're just gonna take it anyway.
I was gonna take it anyway, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, after there's enough children, you know, they forget to count them all.
All right. Anything you guys
Yeah,
do
if
before?
they say anything, I'll just say, "Oh, forgot Jordan counts as a whole person."
Ouch.
What?
Well
Not
then.
wrong. It's not wrong.
You're a person, Jorin.
I've never said he wasn't a person. I'm just saying he's
Just
not
a
a full
half-
person.
Just a half for one.
All right. So, anything you guys each want to do before calling it a night?
What else? We're in bed. What else is there to do?
Well, Aiden and Jorin have
Roll
their
for
whole
Constitution?
side. Aiden and Jorin have their whole side conversation right now.
I think we've I don't know what else to go with that one other
You
than
guys gonna try to share a bed?
might ask Oscar about it tomorrow.
I'm kind of wondering how the setup is down there, because we only bought 6 of the beds.
Oh, the way Romero was, he might just be on a floor somewhere.
Oh.
Are you okay, Romero?
Yeah, he's fine.
I just see you continuously spinning. Fench, are you gonna be okay sleeping in the room with him just rolling around constantly?
I've had worse things in the night.
All right, so yeah, you guys all settle in for the night. It's a peaceful night. Nothing comes by to wake you up at all or anything.
Woo!
But yeah, so yeah, so you guys are able to get a full night's rest. Did any of you exhaust anything during travel? I don't remember.
We're full health. Good job, everyone.
Did we enter the town half health?
Oh,
No.
so
Good rest.
All right, and then yep. So you guys start to wake up as through the windows you start to see the sun peering through.
I just still just see darkness.
You should still see darkness. Which way is? No, you should. Anyway.
Well, no, I mean like I see my room, but yeah,
Uh,
the light doesn't show anything in like windows and such.
oh yeah, I was just doing that for RP purposes. But by the time you're up, Oscar, you realize Irina and Ismark have already like gone off for the day, and they're not in their beds.
Good morning to you guys too.
can you blame them?
Can Romero
What?
be down in the bar eating breakfast?
Yes.
Yeah.
But when you get
Right,
down
I'll go.
to the bar, you realize that. Hold on. Trying to find my little timetables. Yeah, when you get downstairs, you see that there's actually no one in the bar anymore, and you don't even see the bartender.
Is there food behind the counter that I can make into a breakfast?
Yeah, it seems like left on the counter are just like breads and things, like nothing fancy, but it's there.
And a ransom note.
I just like grab it all and bring it to the table and like set up a breakfast buffet type thing, so when people come down they can eat.
Okay. And Fench, you head downstairs as well?
Yes.
I yell down to Romero and Fench from the balcony. Ask them what they're doing.
Breakfast, what's it look like?
Yeah.
Is anything
Just a
good?
bit of-
I don't know, I just kind of got stuff from behind the bar.
Yeah. How you feeling this morning?
Great, feel great. It was a great night.
All right.
The
We'll be
divine
right
health
down.
coming in handy.
Yeah. Some of the other things you also happen to find, you find the fresh bread, and the other thing you find is beet soup that seems like it's been sitting all night, so it's now cold.
Cold beet soup.
Use it for a dipping sauce for the bread.
Yep. What is that for?
What's going on?
Oh, you can tell me before, because there's nothing going on. You wouldn't have to roll to see that nothing's going
I'm
on.
looking. I'm looking to see if like there's any reason why. Did it look like there's a struggle or anything else, or do people? Or does it just like look normal?
It
What
looks.
time is it outside?
It's maybe just a little bit after sunrise, but looking around, you don't see any signs of anything. It looks like they cleaned up after you guys went to bed. Everything looks spick and span.
Well, I mean, she was a married woman and her husband's here. Maybe he got home late and they're upstairs being, married.
Ah, good point. Well, I almost. Well, I guess do you want to head off to that windmill of yours?
We got the pet store first, right?
Yeah,
Ooh,
pet
yes,
store.
yes. I'm sorry.
All right, so you guys just eat breakfast and get ready to go.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So let's.
I mean, we don't hear anything funny while we're eating breakfast, do we?
No, all is quiet.
All right.
Oscar
You
isn't dressed
quiet?
up yet, right?
No, I'm not dressed up yet.
Are you or Jorin gonna bring up anything, or are you guys just gonna just gonna write it out?
Wait, is he dressed up?
I'm not dressed up.
But yeah, let me drag you guys back to the town.
Back to the town again. Oh no.
Forgot
Back to the town.
Those drawings were there.
Yeah, but you guys have been sketching as things been happening. So yeah, so you guys follow the instructions. Up, and you all just kind of head a few houses north. Forgot how weirdly stretched your icons became. You find this house on your left that meets the description that Danica had provided inside of the inn. It doesn't have any indication of it being a store, instead of being someone's home, other than a small sign on the door that reads Jespers. You try the door and find it opens to the living room of a home. Inside, what was once the living room is a whole array of animal goods. Along one wall are bales of hay stacked from floor to ceiling, and along the back wall are large bins with lids that are labeled as different types of animal feeds. On the right is a man sitting on a stool, working on braiding together leather. He greets you all with a dull grunt, but is wholly focused on his work.
Romero just kind of comes up real quiet like, and then just pulls out the bunny. He says, "Stuff for this guy."
Okay. As you turn to approach the man, you notice that the wall that you had, the doorway you had entered from, has a wall that's just got various animal collars, leashes, and horse bridles hanging along it. As you ask him for the rabbit supplies, he nods quietly and points to a set of shelves next to the animal feed bins. As you approach the shelves, you see that it has various glass jars filled with dried fruits of all varieties. And a sign below the jars shows that it's a copper per ounce.
It's a copper per ounce.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I don't know. I'll buy enough for like 15 days of food.
Okay. Just dried fruits, or are you also going to look at the haze?
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
First D&D group very particular about its bunny shopping.
Yeah.
I know too many rabbit facts. In reality, you probably don't need hay because there's grass everywhere. You could just plop them down. Just have them, like, graze for a while. I'll say...
Watch out for hawks.
Well, with this rabbit...
8-pound bunny.
Yeah, he's a
He'd
little big.
probably eat the fucking hawk.
Oh, the bunny's napping right behind me. Hello. He would get picked up by a hawk, his 2-pound self.
Also, my bunny can fly in D&D. My bunnies in real life can't.
This is true. We've gotten 3 so far. None of them seem to have the ability to fly. So for about 15 days worth of food, I'd say probably a silver could cover it all.
Okie doke. I also get him a toy because I'm awesome.
Okay, so then just add on like 5 copper.
Okie
The whole
dokie.
time, Romero was like looking around at the shop. I, would like to just strike up a small conversation with the shop owner. Mention my name's Oscar. Just kind of get slightly friendly with him so he remembers me.
He looks up from the leather that he's braiding, kind of just nods. He seems to have the same quiet demeanor that the man in the bar from the village of Barovia has, where he's just focused on his work. And he, when you introduce yourself, he looks up to see Fench touching the horse bridles, and he asks, "Interested?"
I am interested, but I don't have a horse anymore. So, sadly, can't really do anything with it.
Do you sell horses?
The man shakes his head no. He's like, "Sorry, only supplies."
Is there somebody in town who sells horses?
He stops to think for a bit, and he says, "Not anymore, I don't think. Most people just stay in town."
Makes sense. If you don't have...
Does it?
I mean...
Horses are still good for carts and traveling. Bringing
True.
goods from one place to another.
I think that's what we used ours for.
What does it take to tame a wild horse?
Uh,
I mean, if it's like Breath of the Wild, just a lot of stamina, and then
Yeah.
it's yours.
It's a good thing you got all that stamina on you.
Let me lay down the steps that I can foresee for trying to tame a wild horse. You need
Not happening.
you need a pen first off, so he can't just leave and jump out. You need a very strong stake in the ground and very strong rope. And you need to be willing to have a chance to roll to break your spine being bucked off of the horse.
Also, you're basically rolling for Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, that's domestication.
Wow, Finch. Well, I believe in you.
Yeah, no.
You got this, Fench.
Yeah, no.
All right,
Maybe
but
the old lady we're about to kill has a horse, so we can just take hers.
Ooh.
yeah, but anything else?
You say that in front of the shopkeeper?
Yeah.
He's still just.
Weren't you a pacifist 20 minutes ago?
Yeah, but the witch is killing kids to bake into cookies to convince more kids to need her drug cookies. So I think
That distilled down
this one has
version.
3 strikes. Yeah, we still see destroying the merchant.
He's just working on his leather.
Yeah, you know, the typical adventuring stuff. Killing witches, saving children, protecting towns.
Yeah.
Oscar and the gang.
There are so many bunnies just appearing across the map.
Yeah, saving children is kind of the theme, I guess, for me.
Hopefully this time we'll save them before they die.
Harsh.
What? Because we saved the 2 ghost children.
Oh, right.
And then we saved the other child that turned into a vampire and died.
Well, he was
Yeah, we
like,
pretty-
he was a
He
young
was a man,
adult.
He wasn't a child.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
was
he
someone's child.
He was grown dude.
All right. So, you guys good on that? All done.
What kind
the
of bunny toy did I get?
You got pieces of fresh grass and twigs braided together.
Wow.
Is that the noise the toy makes? The rabbit picks it up to throw it, and it's Owen Wilson.
Wow.
Wow.
That'd be the most annoying toy.
Strangest toy ever.
It's actually a cursed item. You can't let it go. It's always getting within 5 feet of you until it runs out.
You actually just hear the wow inside your mind.
It'd be worse if you ever walked more than 10 feet away from the item, then the wow got louder, like the distance away you got from the item.
That's great.
You have to keep it on your person.
Yeah. If you leave it in the room and you leave the room, then you just start to hear it.
Just starts to haunt you. Wow. Wow. Wow.
So what would one have to do to break that curse?
Just have the bunny chew it up.
It must be destroyed.
Via bunny meat.
Only by the bunny, though.
Only a rabbit
Those
can
are
free the soul of Owen Wilson from twigs.
Wow.
Alright. So you guys headed to the windmill now?
Yes,
Okay.
I am.
You are. You lead the way and see if they follow.
Yeah, I kind of hoping on this.
You're banking on it?
Putting the money in.
Alright, what's everyone else do? You guys just follow behind Fench?
We leave him. No, you'll follow.
I would have loved it if you were like, we jump in the bushes.
He fell for it. Gosh,
Hi.
Alright. So yeah, so let me
Just sit
see.
down like Eeyore and be sad on the ground.
So you guys follow the road that you used to originally come in to get to the inn, which is down and to the right. The gate guards see you and they recognize you from the reports that they had been provided by the people that were on duty yesterday afternoon. And they nod and tell you that they hope your travels are safe, and just to be careful because there are wolves that like to lurk the road. But since it's daytime, you should be safe.
Don't
Oh,
worry.
well,
Worst
thank you
comes
so
to
much.
worst, we get new hats.
Cool cloaks.
Mm-mm.
And have a safe watch as well.
They nod and say thanks. Where are? So, yeah. Do you guys see where you are on the map?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So let
So
me.
I said, in game, I say this to the gang. So we should probably come up with some kind of name or title for our group.
Okay.
And what would you suggest?
Or I'm not sure yet. The only thing coming to mind was Oscar and the Sunshine Gang, but that doesn't seem to fit well.
I'll be honest, I thought you were
No.
gonna say Oscar's Ocelots.
More fitting than the Sunshine Gang.
Yeah. I disagree with both, though.
That's a hard no from me.
It's a hard no for me, dog.
Yeah, you guys can discuss
well,
this as you travel.
Let's think about this while we're on the road, Oscar.
Yeah, we got brainstorming. We have an hour.
Actually, might be longer than an hour. Let me think.
2?
Nope, canon. It was an hour. We'll cut through the woods.
You'll cut through the woods. Oh boy.
I mean, the wolves are gonna come at us anyway, so might as well just meet them in their home turf.
Yeah, it's only like a third of a mile if we cut through at the tiniest spot.
I know woods well.
1, 2, 3, 4,
I
5,
mean, what's gonna happen? Are they gonna
6
turn me on?
tiles, 7 tiles.
Well, there's like one tile, right?
It's 2.
If we were, yeah, it's like two-ish, one, like, not even a
Okay, go,
full
like,
one.
Here, that's a mile.
It's like 4 miles total.
Oh, if it's 4, yeah, so then it is an hour even taking the road because it's like 3 miles an hour for your walking speed if you just walk regularly. You guys could
Gotcha, so
also
it's a
brisk
little over
walk,
an hour.
or you could brisk walk and then you'd make it there within the hour.
We can power walk it.
We could just go direct through the woods. So it's a half a mile.
But that's
1
also
and a
few-
half.
Oh yeah, 1.5 miles.
1.5.
But that's rough terrain.
Yeah.
So it would take you a little while.
It's actually not rough terrain if you're with me.
There you go.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I think
Yeah.
definitely like long way. If we're trying to make this a good base of operation, start selling our goods that the windmills do, and we should take down this little patch of or like right there, take that out, build a road so we can make commerce a little easier.
You know, I'm actually kind of wondering why exactly did nobody do that before us? Like, what's there that made them take this lanky road around?
They went the visionaries. They went with the mountains and the hills.
You did join the campaign a little later. Strahd has eyes everywhere, including the woods.
Ah. Well, I wouldn't know that.
Yeah. So that's why I said you joined a little bit later, but yeah, throughout Death House and through, I think Morgantha, the lady you're hoping to find there, she also hints that, he's got spies, he has control over wolves, things like that. And he controls the weather.
So he says.
So wait,
I
so
don't
what
know
you're
if anyone's
telling
ever
us
gotten facts to back this up
is we burn down the forest.
and weaken him.
Yes.
These
It
all
can't be-
seem outlandish, and we're just standing here out in the road.
No, we've been walking this whole time.
We'll do this while we walk.
Okay. So I'll say you get to about
Where the wolves meet us.
here. As you're discussing this and you're all kind of like trying to get through all of this. Where's my other? There's my other tabs. Oscar, roll a d20.
What?
Dodge.
Dodge, dip, duck, and something else. Welp.
You don't notice anything as you're very heated in this conversation about making commerce to your new windmill that you want to make your favorite place to be.
It would be like a nightclub as well.
Oh goodness, this drawing is getting in the way of all of you, me dragging all of you at once. Because he keeps selecting it as well.
On the line.
Yeah. Sorry. So you guys can continue your discussion. I'll just drag you along and let you know if you have to roll.
Okay. You know, I've just thought of something. Forgive me for saying this. The windmill, right? It's a windmill. As
Yeah.
in, it mills.
Yes.
As
With
in
the power
normally,
of wind.
I also normally grain.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
How many farms have we passed on the way here?
0.
Romero,
I'm
roll a
putting it-
d20. Alright, I'll do it this way. Go ahead. You can keep discussing.
I'm just saying, it seems like, I don't know, a bit of a problem for the windmill plan. I just picked up.
Because we need to order the grains.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we could, if there's any incoming grain, I guess that, you know, there kind of needs to be farmers that use the windmill for it to be worthwhile.
We'll just mill something else.
Yeah, we can mill giant loads of butter.
Do you understand how butter works?
Yeah, we can turn butter. Use the windmill to turn it.
How many
Well,
cows have
think
you
on a
seen?
large scale. Do vats of it.
Yeah, you never found cows when you were looking for cows for Doru.
Alright, we'll milk
Other
other
problems.
things.
I
You
mean,
can milk anything with a nipple.
guess you're not wrong.
Romero, did you see what I wrote in the chat? Did he go AFK?
Romero?
Oops, I had to pee.
We lost him.
Hops, how did you not know this?
We're on the opposite sides of the house. We have a house now.
The computer's in different rooms?
Yeah.
I assume you guys just had a computer room.
You'd hear each other. You would hear both of us on both mics if that were the case.
Oh, I guess you got a point there.
Yeah. All right. You don't notice anything, so then you guys keep going. So, yes, continue with your better conversation.
So, I feel like the first step we need here is we need to have farmers back.
Well, we can hire some men to till the land around here. I mean, it looks like this right near the mill. I think I remember seeing a nice plain. They have them start milling out this area here.
Or maybe we could just do something else with it in the meantime. Have some fortified positions or something along that nonsense.
I mean, we can also just, pop a witch in there and just mill out a witch.
I like that option. It suits me.
Wonder what
Aiden,
milled witch tastes
Can you,
like.
can you use any magical stuff with the remains of a witch? Are they magical by
God.
nature?
Do I know that?
What did you? What kind of school did you go to again? Just regular magic school or like evil magic school?
I
I'll-
think regular magic school.
You went to
Also-
the Forbidden Library, right?
Jorin, roll
I
a
tell
d20.
people it was regular magic school.
You tell people it's true. Yeah,
Went to
Jorin.
boarding magic school.
17. Okay.
I's a good roller.
Yeah, so Jorin, you kind of hear some rustling in the woods behind you, but when you turn around, you don't see what made the noise. But yeah,
So you're in the
Aiden,
same boat as us.
I
17
guess.
Same outcome.
You might be familiar kind of more along the lines of like the general materials that get used in magic, but not necessarily that certain body parts from a witch might be more useful than the typical items you'd use.
All right, I let him know.
All right. Maybe we can open up a new field of magic.
Can we
Yeah.
Witcher Witchermancy.
I let the group know that their spirited conversation appears to have attracted something following us.
Oh, what's her name?
It's like, I don't know, I just heard something in the bushes.
Well, let's go poke some bushes.
Or at least ask
Probably,
this mission.
probably safer not to.
I mean, they're either going to get poked now or we're going to get poked in the back. And personally, I like to be the one doing the poking.
Yes, but last time something was following us, we were all la-di-da about it. Why change that?
Well, because we have a set destination that's not going to be protecting us once we get there. I think that's pretty solid logic right there.
Kate, Bragg just keeps rolling around,
Mm-hmm.
like right in Fumi's face and kicking her.
Why is he so mean to
That
his sister?
Bastard.
I don't know. It's actually really fucking adorable because the way he's rolling around. I like.
All right,
But I
Jorin,
feel bad
what is
for
following
Fumi.
us?
I don't know. I can't tell what it is, but there's definitely something there.
Well, we'll all keep an eye out, but let's keep our wits about us and continue our walk.
now he's forcing her to give him bets.
Yesterday, I gave them 2 pieces of lettuce, right? You know, one for each of them. And she was polite and went to the plate and started eating 1 piece of lettuce. He comes over, jumps on the plate, so she drops her lettuce, takes her piece, and runs off to the other side. And the other piece is on the floor off the plate. I'm just like, why are you like this? But anyway, all right. So the decision is to move along.
Yep, keep calm, carry on.
Okay. So you guys walk up and you approach the windmill. But
Hello, windmill.
Does it look like anything's out of order?
let me go through this. So the Old Slavic road transitions here from being a winding path through the Vallaki Mountains to a lazy trail that hugs the mountainside as it descends into a fog-filled valley. In the heart of the valley, you see you can see the whole area around you. And the branch of road that you just took towards the windmill leads west to a promontory atop which is perched I can't talk tonight. The nap was a bad idea. There's a dilapidated stone windmill. Its warped wooden vanes stripped bare. So now that you're up close to it, you see that it has an onion-domed edifice that leans forward and to one side, as though trying to turn away from the stormy gray sky. You see gray brick walls and dirt-covered windows on the upper floors. There's a decrepit wooden platform that encircles the windmill above a flimsy doorway leading to the building's interior. Perched on a wooden beam above the door is a raven. It hops about and squawks at you, seemingly agitated.
Hey, Raven, are you familiar?
Just quite forward there.
Aiden, make an insight check. Is anybody else good at insight? I thought you were the best one at it, but I see your modifier is just a 1. Okay, Fench. Poor. So, Oscar, as you...
Insight is wisdom.
Technically 2 1s in a row.
That's right, it's wisdom, not intelligence. But yeah, so... Oscar, you shout to the raven, are you familiar? And it does not dawn on you. You're just staring at it. It just looks like any other bird. But Fench, as you look up at the raven, you sense that the raven is actually trying to warn the party.
Okay, so weird thing here. It seems as though this bird is trying to keep us away from here, as in a warning of sort. But I can't think of what friendly being would be on our side right now. Have you guys been in any of the good graces of any deities, gods, or other such powerful things?
Everything I got on my own.
Oh my goodness.
Well, have fun with that being
The
attached.
the gods have never shown their light on me.
How sad.
Alright. So, how about for anybody else that is not going to be attached to the wall?
What?
What? No,
That's
Fench.
n-
Alright.
Nah.
We're new here, just like you.
Okay.
All right. The Raven, seeing that you've become visibly nervous, Fench, he goes and flies off back towards Vallaki that you just came from.
Man, that's so like a raven. That's so raven.
That's so Raven.
It's time to get ready.
Yeah. So once you're just preparing yourself. Also, what you notice once you're on top of the hill that has the windmill sitting on top of it, you can see off in the distance that there are there's a ring of 4 squat megaliths at the forest edge. And over there, you can see ravens circling the air above those stones. So let me see if I can... It doesn't tell me... I didn't mark it on the map where those are, but it told me to tell you guys about that, so... I don't know
Is that
exactly.
just a scribble right here?
Just a red herring.
Oh, right here.
So that's like
They
further
seem
away
less
from
important
us.
if they don't have a letter.
Yeah, it's further away. I'm thinking... Beyond the windmills of forest, once on top of the hill, the characters can see a ring of 4 squat megaliths at the forest edge. So I guess it's somewhere back here.
Is that the O?
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's behind the O and I can't see it because of the O. Let me...
Something tells me we should
No,
check
that's not
out those,
necessarily it.
those stones over there. I'm not sure what. But...
Wait, what's all the way over here?
Let me zoom out.
Like, keep going. What are these?
You don't know.
You wouldn't be
No,
able
I'm
to see
asking
that far.
Kate.
Oh.
No, I'm asking Kate. Like, could these be the megaliths?
No, that's another village. I've read up on
Oh.
that.
Tiny little village. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know where on the map they're talking about. You'd think it'd be obvious because it's a ring of them, but
Unless it's in the same area as the windmill.
it could be. It might be
Where
like
is
outside
it?
of it.
Did we draw this thing?
This bird,
Yeah.
You guys drew a raven.
Okay. Is that what that is?
I think so. I think that's what it's meant to be. But anyway, so Aiden, you guys can see Aiden starting to kind of like prep himself and cast some magic for himself. Does anybody else do anything given the warning?
I think it might be a good time to get stealthy.
Let me do the one thing I can't do.
Is that being stealthy?
Be
Yes.
stealthy. Well, my job is to be stealthy. Your job is to be a target.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to stealth as a group, then you guys can all roll. But if you don't want to stealth, you don't have to, and we can just leave.
I'll be
It's
a
probably a
target
good
for
idea.
Romero.
I'm gonna
Quietly-
cast
boy.
out Mage Hand. Just have
Protect
that.
me, Jorin.
Oh boy,
All right.
I'm staying
I know
far away from
Stryder
Aiden.
said he was getting a drink, so we'll wait till he gets back.
I'm back. I'm sorry.
Nice. Roll stealth.
Stealth? Why am I stealthing?
We're all hiding.
We're hiding,
Uh,
boys.
Stealth isn't even something that Romero does. Never mind. Stealth is something Romero apparently does.
Is Romero not disadvantaged?
He is.
For
Oh.
heavy armor.
No.
Plot twist. But yes.
It's the black hair and the black outfit.
And the
What's your
black guy.
excuse, Aiden?
But yes.
What was
So. What'd you say?
I was asking what Mike said.
Just what's your excuse, Aiden? You have the 5.
He's got too
Says-
many clinking wine glasses in his kit.
Guess.
Says the
Um,
man who's rolled consecutive natural ones.
Yeah, but then I got 22 as my stealth, so
I can imagine
I
you
never look-
doing the arms up like, well.
don't look at the past. It distracts from the now.
Are you Edna from Edna
No
mode?
capes.
Anyway, so Stryder, what you missed out on is Fench. Or there was a raven calling on top of calling. They call, right? That's the right noise they make.
Yeah.
Yeah, making noises on top of the windmill. Oscar didn't recognize it, but he tried to ask if it was familiar. But Fench noticed that it seemed agitated and been trying to warn you guys, and then flew off back to Vallaki.
Well,
Wait,
I asked if it was
thought
a
it was
familiar.
flying
Oh,
back
was
to
it
the-
familiar? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to the circle itself since all the other ravens were there.
No, this one went back to Vallaki, but in the distance, you guys saw a circle of ravens flying above stone megaliths.
All right, then I have my shield and my flail out, I guess, since we got warned.
All right. So then, let me drag you guys over to the map.
So, would suggest to the party that maybe we should, some of us should try and quietly move up and see what we can find before we all storm in.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll
You'll do that.
I agree with that.
Okay. Because I was gonna say, as a group,
you Aiden, get back.
as a group, it's okay for you guys to go in because you all, you guys averaged past the
Our-
stealth. So it's
Our
up to
average stealth is okay.
you. Yeah.
Oh, as long as we can maintain stealthiness as a group.
Let me see.
Oh
where...
no, it's pitch black.
Yeah.
I'm blind. Well, there I am.
Yeah, let me fix your icons to fit on the actual squares because these are 5 feet. On the left side of the map is a picture. Can you guys see the left part where they show you the outside of the windmill?
No,
No.
that's all black.
All right, let me see if.
Okay.
I can if I scroll over it with my character.
Yeah. But yeah, so this is what you see. It does indeed match the description or the images of windmills that you saw as family symbols in the death house.
Oh.
Looks like
Very
a little
original.
rook
Yeah,
with
it's
a Hershey Kiss top.
Yeah, the description calls it onion shaped.
Onion top.
Oh, like an onion knight.
But yeah,
Like
so
Dark Souls.
but yeah, you can see it's in disrepair. It's seen better days. But yes, so as you guys approach, you're coming from this side. This raven that was here is the one that warned you, but he has since flown off. And this is the entrance.
Oscar, this place
To
is
the window.
kind of a shithole.
Well, it was a free shithole, so you work with what you got.
So,
There's no windows on the ground level that we can see through.
nope. The windows are only on the second and third floor.
Well, I'm definitely not tall enough to see through those.
Is that a little a balcony thing on the second floor?
It was, but it's since decayed and falling apart. Like if you
I mean,
want to
do we
look at
wanna
it again.
Do we want to barge through the front door, or do we want to hop into a window or something?
I mean, there's always the option of the holy fire as purification.
What, Finch?
We set it on fire. That was the option.
No. We want the windmill. There might be things inside.
I'm just throwing out options. That's all.
I like the idea that Fench said, I will help you rebuild this windmill, and he gets to the windmill. I will help you set fire to this windmill.
Look, I'm just saying, you have to break a few eggs to make an omelet.
How tall is the window on the second? How tall off the ground is it?
I'm Let me see.
While Oscar's looking at the window, I'm gonna creep up to the door and slowly open it.
A little bit over
Attempt to
10
slowly
feet.
Open it.
Okay. I mean, so we,
Maybe closer to 12 feet because it's a good distance from the front door.
so
Alright.
I go to suggest to Roman, like, I could maybe hop on your shoulders and look in, and then I see we've already opened the door.
You're like halfway up his back. But yeah, so you're trying to climb on Romero's back, Oscar, and as you do that, you hear a slight creak as Jorin slowly begins to open the front door. Jorin, how far did you open the door? Like just an inch to kind of get an idea?
Yeah, just a little bit to peek through.
All right, you don't gather much yet, but what you can see that it looks like a makeshift kitchen on this first floor. What you do notice mostly, though, is you can hear the clucking of chickens and you can hear toads croaking. And there's a smell that leaves leaves the door as you open it of pastries that blends horridly with the stench that burns your nostrils.
Oh, it smells gross in here.
I'm just
Those
making sure.
chickens?
We still can't see anything on the map, right?
The door's not opened.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
just
He
has it
didn't-
open just enough to like.
Just for him to see in.
Since I can only hear, well, I guess I'll try and listen to see if I can hear anything other than the frogs and chickens on the first floor there.
No, not with the door closed like it is. You can't really hear anything.
Yeah. All right. Then I'll proceed to slowly open the door to try and get in.
Okay. You open the door without an issue, and you see the whole kitchen area. So, yeah. So, as you step in, the entire ground floor has actually been converted into a kitchen, but it's filthy. There are baskets and old dishware that are piled everywhere. Adding to the clutter is a peddler's cart. Echo. Adding to the clutter is a peddler's cart, a chicken coop, a heavy wooden trunk, and a pretty wooden cabinet with flowers painted on its doors. You realize that following the scent, who's echoing?
Finch, is that you again?
Yeah, it's him.
Get a headset, Fench.
I thought he did.
It didn't happen. Didn't happen.
Oh, okay.
It's not real. Fake news.
Hey, Finch, Amazon
Yeah.
Prime Day today.
It is, and
It
tomorrow.
is.
Yeah.
Yes.
The wife and I bought a new mattress.
Oh.
Isn't it fun being old? I was looking up socks, so
Focus. Jorin's about to become a cake.
yes. So
I am child-sized.
But you realize that there is an open upright barrel in the center of the room that kind of lends to the awful odor that you noticed when you opened the door. And you can feel a warmth coming from the oven in the room. It's a brick oven against the one wall. And across from you, Jorin, is a crumbling staircase that goes up the wall. Now that you're in the room, you can hear shrieks and cackles from somewhere higher up, causing the old mill to shudder.
Oh, sounds creepy. From the door, I gesture my party to come in. That it's not dangerous on this floor, at least.
Okay.
So, heavily armored people first, please.
Stomp, stomp, stomp.
You were
Yeah.
stealthy, Romero.
Stomp.
So kind of more like a clink, not a...
Clink.
Clinkety clink
Oh,
clank.
you hear a light clink.
Sorry, my headset disconnected. What were we hearing?
Oh, the main takeaways are it smells like sweet pastries blended with an awful odor because there's a open barrel in the center of the room. There's a hot oven, and you can hear shrieks and cackles from somewhere higher up, causing the old mill to shudder.
Ah,
And
I checked
Jorin,
the barrel.
and Jorin is saying, "Come on in." You check the
In that
barrel.
case, I'm going ghost and casting invisibility on myself.
Do you have an eyelash encased in gum Arabic?
Does it have a
Does it-
price next to it? He does.
Yeah, so I do.
Okay.
I'm just throwing this out there. My character's not comfortable.
Oh, you check the barrel, Aiden?
Yes.
You look in the barrel and you see a glistening greenish black liquid, and it just has the rotting smell to it.
Can I identify it somehow?
Looking at it, you kind of recognize it from various studies as a demon ichor.
Demon Acre.
What kind of studies did you do in school, Aiden, that you know what the hell this shit is?
I don't know, but we should probably handle it quickly.
Did you not go inside Fench or Oscar?
I did. Yeah,
I cast that on Romero.
I went with Romero.
Your icon's still outside. That's the only reason why.
I still can't see anything.
No vision.
Correct. That was my point.
Or you just zoom out, maybe just not looking at it?
Can you see now?
I can.
Okay.
Where's the door?
The door is exactly where Oscar's standing,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Ah.
you just come through the wall.
Oh, I can move.
Kate didn't set up the walls.
Oh,
Move
well,
wherever.
the windmills had walls set up, I thought. Or
Y-
no,
yeah,
I don't have
you haven't set up the don't walk through walls mode.
restrict
Yeah, I can
movement.
just-
Okay. Fixed.
Darn.
Oh no!
Trapped.
Trapped.
No.
But you cast good and evil on Romero, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else you guys do on this first floor?
No, Romero starts heading upstairs.
Yeah, we get other time. We have time later to do this, to loot there.
And,
We're
on his
confident there's
way up,
creepy
he's
witch
gonna
lady.
Cast, Armor Agathis on himself.
Okay. Okay, you guys find yourself up the stairwell on the second floor. Does this
Oh shit,
stuff
I see
still block?
something.
So you see a haggard, heavy-set old woman with a face as wrinkled as a boiled apple sweeping the floor, pushing around a few old bones and stirring up a cloud of white dust with her broom. She wears a blood-stained, flour-caked apron. A long, sharp bodkin impales her bundled-up mound of gray hair. The dirt-caked windows allow very little light to enter this 8-foot-high chamber, most of which is taken up by a large millstone connected to a wooden gear shaft that rises through the ceiling in the center of the room. A stone staircase continues up toward the sound of loud cackling. So you guys recognize her as Morgantha, who is selling pastries in the village of Barovia. She sees that you've entered in her dwelling. Not Oscar, though, because he's invisible. And she goes, "Ah, yes, welcome. Are you here to buy pastries?"
I'm like, Fench, how do you want to fucking handle this, bro?
I'm going to be honest. Sometimes you just have to burn people.
Just listen
I,
up here, you witch.
Excuse me. I mean, you can, if you came to my dwelling, my place of business, it's only a gold piece for each of the pastries, the dream pastries.
We know what is in these foul pastries here. We know what is downstairs, and quite frankly, we're not really too interested in hearing what you have to offer us.
I only
I
use the
moved to kind of
finest
surround
ingredients.
her.
Okay. Oscar, are you going upstairs?
Yeah, I was trying to get up the stairs.
All right. I'll let Oscar go upstairs before this. All right. So you head upstairs.
That's fine. We're distracting him. Her.
Yeah. So you head up the stairs. What you see is
They don't look like children.
Dancing around a thick wooden gear shaft in the center of this cramped circular room are two ugly young women wearing silk shawls and gowns of stitched flesh. Long needles stick out of their tangled mops of black hair, and the women cackle with glee. In a rotting wooden closet are 3 crates, stacked one on top of each other, with small doors set into them. Next to the closet is a heap of discarded clothing. A ladder climbs the wooden trap door in the 9-foot-high ceiling, and a moldy bed with a tattered canopy stands nearby. When you look at the crates that the women are dancing near, the top one is empty, but the middle and lower ones each contain a captive child.
I see.
Yes. Yeah. And what you also notice is as the women are dancing and cackling, they take periodic breaks to either tell each other terrible jokes or to start pricking the captured children with needles to make them cry.
Am I able to kind of like hide between the two floors on the stairs?
Like kind of like a foot on each.
Yeah, like duck like crouch low, so like maybe the witch below won't see my feet, and these 2 witches won't necessarily see my head.
Okay, I'll just say you're kind of. Do you want eyes on the 2nd or 3rd floor mostly, so I know where to put your token, so where you see
I
action.
definitely want to be dealing on the 3rd floor here with these witches.
Okay, so I'll say that like you're there and you're kind of just like observing, but you can easily hop downstairs if need be.
All right, and I'm probably just letting you know I'm probably gonna ready my sleep spell.
Okay. Do you remember how
But,
that one works? Because this
Yes,
room.
it's an area effect.
This room. Let's get the size of it. Is 15 feet across.
It's 20 feet point from where I choose. If I were to like cast it like up into a top corner, can I avoid myself?
These floors are 8 feet tall. So.
Oh, so it's like a whole to do. God damn, it's a range way too big. And I'll probably knock out the kids first. Alright. I'll let it be for right now. You can go back to the 2nd floor.
Okay. So yeah, so Fench, you're threatening her now, and Romero, you've kind of circled behind her.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I assume Fench can move up to, if he wants to, so that other people can get in the room.
Yeah, Jorin can sneak through easily around Fench. So where do you want to? Yeah. So where do you want to put yourself? This room is what, like, also fit, yeah, 15 feet as well. Aiden, are you where you want to be, or do you want to move as well?
Yeah, I'm good.
You good? Everybody where they want to be?
Yeah, why not?
Sure. All right.
I would preferably she wouldn't be standing right in the middle of the room, so I could put my body between her and other people. But you know,
That is ideal.
It's not really room to do that in the room.
yep. Sadly,
It's a very cramped area. Okay.
I think Fench, you gonna take the lead on this one?
Fench.
Yes.
Finch.
Yes.
This was kind of your quest to kill the old lady who was.
Sorry.
eating children.
Yeah,
She
so
was
she'll.
Listen here.
not necessarily.
We
eating
are
them.
fairly aware that you are a demon. Some sort of witch which has been ensnaring children, taking them from their homes, and absolutely doing the worst to them, baking them into these baked goods. Have you no shame? Are you just a being of pure evil?
She cackles and she's like, the worst thing that could happen to these children? Do you not see all the things that happen in Barovia? They could be taken by a vampire. I take them out of their misery before Strahd can torture them. And to their parents, I give them sweet, sweet, sweet dreams. It's all business, lad. It's all business. But if you're not here for business, then be gone.
Oh, I am here for business. I am absolutely here for business. The business of ending your business.
It's
So distracting. She cackles even further and she's like, oh, this is a challenge then. You think you can handle me?
I do believe it is within our skills to do so.
Okay. Roll. All right. Before you roll it, let me make sure I get the turn tracker out. Clear these. All right. Roll initiatives.
Why?
Oops.
You know it's bad when Romero's not at the bottom.
Oof.
Everyone's rolling bad, even the NPCs. Okay.
It's bad for Kate, you're right.
Where's her? I think. I thought I had her stuff open. 1 second.
No problem.
Bella. No, she doesn't have one. So I think it's just. That's one.
Fuck.
Just awful rolls. So did everyone's show up? It looks like everyone's on. Oh, Romero's didn't show up. Give him a turn. Well,
Good
Yeah,
news,
so
everyone.
there's no valid token when I hit initiative.
that was weird.
Right, Fench?
No, because I've realized what we're fighting. I had an idea it's what we were fighting, but it's real now.
All right. Oh, did you guys see what screen or what character sheet I pulled up? Or
No.
I mean,
No,
it's
you see the name Night Hag on the fucking.
Yeah.
And
Or-
when you
oh,
are-
the
that's
initiative.
yeah. So that's. I was a giveaway.
Yeah, a little bit of a giveaway. All right, so upstairs, one of the two girls that you're watching, Oscar, she just continues dancing around, not realizing that anything's odd's happening. And then it is Oscar's turn.
Bam.
Or wait, no, what's your initiative bonus actually? Because 11.16 is not a real. What's your?
The actual bonus, it's like a 4.
Okay, then yeah, you're next.
What's that?
You're next.
Next.
Yeah.
I guess I will handle the upstairs situation the only way I know how. By seduction.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I feel like
Dad.
You're
ugly.
invisible. How are you?
Well, I gotta drop invisibility, obviously.
Step one.
So, I drop, as a free action, I drop invisibility.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, "Good morning, ladies. If you wanted children, you could have just asked." And I, lay on the smolder.
Oh my god, we're so dead. We're so fucking dead.
Did you just get it, Fench? Did it just hit you what he said?
Yeah, I did. It took a second because I didn't think it was possible. But I just remembered that's a thing. It's a thing in D&D lore. Like that is it's a stat block.
It's a stat block. All right. So the girls are kind of like scream at you, like, and they don't know they weren't expecting anybody to be there. I guess
hit him with my persuasion.
yes.
Dear God.
All right, it's, not terrible, not mind blowing.
Do I roll perception against that, or
Insight, I would say. Insight seems appropriate, right?
Yeah, it seems.
Aiden? What do you usually do for like persuasion checks?
What?
I'm propositioning these two.
Yeah, like what would they do against this
Perception.
persuasion? Would it be insight or perception? I almost said inception.
Oh, you just
It's usually
like-
just a number, like it's a challenge. So, persuade,
Yeah.
he has to hit a
Okay, just
certain
leave it.
threshold, or it doesn't work.
Yeah, usually you're basing it on whether or not the target is hostile, and then how much risk that target takes by doing whatever.
Okay.
Which
So
I'm
a
not
friendly
hostile,
person
and-
might accept some risk, but a hostile one, you got to roll a lot for them to not do anything against you.
Yeah, I'd say that one of the girls kind of giggles and seems surprised, and she pulls at her clothes, but because it's
What?
no, like she kind of like they have the shawls, right? So she kind of pulls it to
pulls
cover.
at them. Okay.
Yeah, she doesn't get
I'm
naked.
like, I didn't roll that 20. What's happening here?
She kind of like covers herself with it, but as she does it, you can hear the tearing, and you see like bits of flesh fall off of her clothes. And then the other sister, she kind of stares at you angrily, and she's like, how did you, what? And yep, and then it's Morgantha's turn. So she leaves her human form, her female form, and turns into her true form, that of a... Can I flip her token? I can. Hey! I didn't realize I could do that. But yeah, so she changes shape into a night hag. And then she goes to claw at Fench, who originally incited her. Does a 25 hit?
Some say yes.
Yes. So then it's the 9 damage, because the second one
9
was a crit.
damage. Ha! Lies and deception. Because, heavy armor master.
Oh, okay. So that's... Yeah, that's her turn. So then it is Jorin's turn.
Well, since we are very close, and I only see her, I think I set my hunter's mark. No, not damage.
I understand. I'll add that when you do the...
it just doesn't want to.
It doesn't want to put the description. Just
Put the
shooties.
description. Just whatever. I get plus 1d6 on my damage for attacks.
Against this target, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it target type or just a singular target?
A target, and I can move the target.
That's right. Okay.
But 2 short swords with... Oh, what was... Hopefully... Wait. Wait. Put it in chat. That's what I wanted. Yeah, so first attack against the target. Take extra 1d8.
Okay.
Relatively successful.
That does hit.
Sweet. So then I get that.
And then your extra d8.
That. And then I have a good way to roll an extra d8.
Okay. So yeah. So
Second short sword attack. Get 2.
Ah, you fancy.
Special, assuming it hits again.
Yeah, so you take your short swords and you swing at the night hag, aiming for her vitals. You kind of miss her vitals, but you do slash kind of like in her shoulders with the first attack, piercing her for a good amount of damage. And then the second attack lands shortly below that area, and she definitely feels the blow. I need a calculator. I took a nap. I can't do math.
Maths are hard.
Okay. So then it is Aiden's turn.
Blast.
Wow.
Hold on, I just realized something. Gotta fix my maths. There we go.
Yeah, man.
Alright,
They're resistant to everything, like all the other undead things.
so you create 3 magic darts, hit creature. So you're casting at level 3. And then
2.
at level 2. I was confused at the higher level cast. So that means you shot 3 of them.
No, he shot 4.
4?
Yeah, so the bottom number is the base, and then the higher level cast is adding damage. So it's 15 total.
Oh, okay. And it just hits. There's no saves or attack rolls.
Not unless she has shield.
Okay. So yeah. Yes. So the you create shapes in the air, creating these magic darts, and aim them all directly at her, and each one of them hits. And she kind of like stumbles a bit from eating the blow. So then it is Romero's turn.
I'm going to. I think I'm just gonna swing at her
Okay.
because it's 4-on-1 right now, and I'm hoping that's enough to fucking kill this.
Yep. That hits. Do you smite or anything or no?
No.
Okay.
Burn it down.
So yes. So you swing your
Trying
weapon.
to save my channels.
So you swing your flail up and bring it down. Bring it down on the shoulder that Jorin had focused on. She kind of like lets out a groan of pain as it makes contact. And you maths. Okay. So then it is one of the girls' turns up on the 3rd floor. Hearing what sounds like combat and completely confused at the presence of Oscar, she's the sister that was not interested in your whatever you were selling. So she goes ahead and let me see what she would do. She casts Magic Missile on Oscar.
Whoa.
Well, Oscar, it was nice knowing you.
So do I just take the damage, right?
Unless you have the shield spell.
I do not.
Magic missile don't miss.
Okay. And then she kind of moves. Oh, she can't really move closer to you to get past you. But she pushes her way. Nah, she stays there. I was trying to think if she would
Yeah,
move or not.
Yeah, I'll just shout out to her like, "God, don't be like that, baby."
All right, Fench's turn.
All right. I am going to beat this thing up best of my abilities with that.
The 10 does not hit. So you swing your longsword with the hopes of, continuously beating down on the same spot that Romero and Jorin have been focusing on. But unfortunately, you barely swing past her, instead cutting the cloth of the outfit she's wearing and not actually hitting her.
It's what it is.
So then it is the girl that you had interested in you, Oscar. She hears the fighting and she seems confused, but she doesn't want to hurt you. So she pushes past you and her sister and is at the top of the stairwell leading downstairs. I'd say she's like here behind you.
Alright.
And then
Let's just say your plan succeeded.
And then she goes to
He bought us a
sprint.
turn.
And then she goes and sprints and is behind Romero at this point at the bottom of the stairs. So then it is Oscar's turn.
Does Oscar get an attack? She ran past him.
If I did, I would not take it against that particular one.
Because then she wouldn't be into him anymore.
Yeah.
She'd become hostile
Yeah.
towards him.
Fair.
Is it my turn now?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You know what? I'm just gonna double down.
What's that
And,
mean?
So the one that struck me with the missiles, I'm just gonna be like, my friends are probably just having a disagreement on the business, but I'm here to see to see you guys, to see you beauties, and I'll try to persuade them again, or persuade this one again.
Okay, feel free to roll.
Jesus Christ.
She looks at you with rage in her eyes and just like cackles in your face at the idea of you two together. So it's Morgantha's turn. So debating. Fench. Let me look up a spell.
This ain't good if she's looking up spells.
Nope.
So Morgantha, no, you're all within melee range. Okay, I don't want to do that one. I know this pondering of what
What?
spells to use. There is a ranged spell attack I thought about using.
Oh, but we're all okay.
Yeah.
She's got fireball. Hops, question for you as you look up your spells, because it was bothering me slightly. You had mentioned on one of the women some flesh had fallen off. Is that like she had flesh on an apron and it fell off, or some of her own flesh fell off?
They are wearing some clothes made out of sewn together flesh.
All right,
Flesh of
that is
children.
horrifying.
Oh, that's what made it horrifying. That's the part that pushed you over the edge.
Children put them in barrels.
Not,
in the pie.
They're still alive in the barrels.
current impending doom?
Well, I mean, if you look at their little token icon, they got some pretty big boobs. So I was weighing my options.
Okay. So, Morgantha in her night hag form, she reaches out towards Jorin, and she casts Hold Person on him. So you need to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Hear that, Jordan? She cast a whole person on you.
Ouch.
She considers you a full person.
Better than some of my, friends, so-called.
So you're unable to save from it, so you can feel the magic gripping you and paralyzing you into place.
Oh.
And then
Wah, wah.
and then it is Jorin's turn, who is paralyzed. So you get to roll a wisdom save to see if you're unparalyzed.
That sounds fun.
Do the thing.
Unparalyze me.
You are. So you concentrate on it enough to be able to get out of the grasp of the magic holding you in place. Then it is Aiden's turn.
Just enough to waste a turn.
Blast.
Okay, so she eats that damage directly, right?
Yep.
So yes, so aiming your, you draw the symbols again in the air, and you push your hand out, causing the magic darts to fly forward, and they hit Morgantha in the side, and she clearly clutches her side as they make contact with her.
Wait, Gary, did you cast the first one at level 3?
2.
2.
Oh, level 2. It only rolled. Oh, it did roll three. No, it rolled 3d4 instead of.
The one above it
Yeah.
is the 4th. The higher level cast piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, it rolled the same amount for both of these casts, though, is what I'm saying. for
No,
this
so
damage.
the
No.
roll is the same, but the higher level cast has that extra d4.
Oh, it gives him the extra. Oh, so he's the. Gotcha.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Sorry.
Yeah, all good. So it's Romero's turn.
Well, there's 2 of them now, right? So
Yep.
I'm gonna cast Channel Divinity, Conquering Presence.
That sounds fun.
And I choose the 2 Night Hags, so they need to make a Wisdom save.
Okay. So the first one will be Morgantha. Oh, a solid 3.
Nice.
The second one is Bella. It's a 14.
Oh, she just
See,
barely.
Bella
fucking
means
saves.
beautiful.
One's a 14.
Just the Oscar in the background. See, she is hot. Okay, so then Morgantha is feared from you for 1 minute. End of its turn. Okay, so then... And is that your whole action?
Yeah.
Okay. So then it is the lady upstairs left alone with Oscar. So...
Yep.
Sup. She changes her shape as well into the night hag.
She's getting even uglier?
Correct.
And then she makes a claw attack against you. Does a 13 hit.
Does a 13 hit? No.
Okay, so she reaches her hands out, clawing at you, angry that you thought that the two of you, or that she could be persuaded into not attacking you. But in her fit of rage, her claws kind of just slide right past you. Fench's turn.
All right. I'm going to try and cleave at this night wench. Bam.
Okay.
Oh,
The unnatural 20 does hit.
yay. All right. I'm also gonna trip.
Yourself?
Nah, he's a battle master.
Trip balls.
Wow.
Wow.
Wait. Wait. Why is that not doing the thing? Do the thing.
Wrong thing.
Roll your. Well, if he's doing the battle master, I think you roll your
Yeah, but I still
fight die or something.
I still gotta do the regular damage though. So
Click
Click-
the
oh,
long
click on the
sword
word
at the bottom
sword.
of the actual chat table.
oh right, I keep forgetting that.
I
There
can't.
you go.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
And then how's the trip work?
It's a strength test, I believe. Give me a second.
Yep.
Have it
And I
up.
think you also get to roll your die for extra damage or something.
Yeah, he also gets the D8 superiority die extra damage.
Yeah. Do you have it
Yes.
written on your sheet? And if you click it or nah?
Yes. Give me a second.
I like the page 74. That's evasive footwork.
That is the wrong one. Wait. Oh, that's because I see what I did now. There we go.
Okay. Hit a creature with a
That's awkward.
weapon. One superiority die.
So the strength save is going to be 8 plus his proficiency plus his, I would assume, strength.
Which is a lot.
His 4, his +4 in strength.
Plus efficiency.
Wow. I
That
can't
is-
roll.
Congrats! I did it! I broke the gate.
So they're prone and feared.
Wow. She has an 18 strength and I rolled a 6. And
we are the same strength, but I am better.
anyway, so yes, so you swing down, and that's your superiority die for. Wow, I can't talk. Your extra damage. So yes, so you swing down your longsword, and this time, with Morgantha distracted by the fear that Romero has instilled in her, you're able to stick a foot out and hit her with your longsword, and as you do so, she falls to the ground. Now prone.
Sweet. And she took good amount of damage for that. She took 17 damage. Nice. But she's probably resistant.
Okay, so then it is Bella's turn. So Bella, here now next to Romero, cast magic missile at him,
Gotta grab some.
causing
She's
Oh yeah, she's right next to you, right? Or is it a ranged attack as well, or?
Gary, how does that work? Because I also have the protection from good and evil on.
It won't do anything. She doesn't roll, so you
Oh.
can't disadvantage it.
So, well, doesn't matter because she's within range of the arm of Agathis, right?
Yes. How does that read
So
again?
she just takes 5 cold damage automatically from hitting me.
Okay. So yeah, so she brings her hands up in the air, launching missiles at Romero. But as she does this, the magical armor that Romero's put on himself reacts quickly and shoots cold back at her, causing her to shiver from it. And then it is Oscar's turn.
All right. So I'm gonna look at her. I'm like, well, can't hate a man for trying. I think my friends need my help downstairs. I am then going to cast invisibility again on myself. Let me pop that out for you. To zoom tight.
Thank you.
So I'll go invisible. But then, instead of going downstairs, gazoon tight,
Thank you.
I'll go over here. Where she least expects me.
Do you I like to imagine that like as you're becoming invisible, you went to put a foot down as if you're gonna go down the stairs.
Yeah, yeah.
All
They're
All
like,
right.
yep, my friends need me downstairs. Bye. And invisible.
All right. So then it's Morgantha's turn. So she's feared, so she just tries to run, correct? But she can't because she's prone, so she makes a strength check to get back up. Or am I messing up
She's
the...
not grappled, right?
No.
She just uses her half her movement to get up?
She loses half her movement to stand up.
Okay. Semantics. Because either way she moves less. What is her? It's 30 feet. So then she'll move here. And then she moves...
Attack opportunity.
For Romero, yes.
Which he takes with glee.
With glee. Yes. So, Morgantha, she pulls herself up off the ground and she begins to flee. But as she runs off, you were focused in on her. So you bring your flail down, hitting her in her ankle, causing her to now limp as she tries to crawl away from you. And then she moves one more space, so that gives Jorin and Fench both attacks of opportunity.
Murder the wench.
Swords.
Sword up. Sword down.
Sword down.
Yes, so Fench and Jorin, hoping to also do what Romero was able to do to help damage the Morgantha as she crawls away. You swing your swords wildly and instead end up hitting each other's swords, and she's able to crawl away from both of your attacks.
We tried to.
Wow.
Guys,
Crossing
Guys crossing
Wow.
swords over here.
Jorin, it's your turn. Oh wait, hold on. Let me see. No. Okay, no. You can go ahead.
I think I would take a step over to start slashing at her more.
Okay.
Cause S words.
S words. So that one hits.
All right. So first short sword
And
and
Hunter's Mark.
hunter. Second short sword.
That one also hits. Okay, so
Stabbies.
all the stabbies. Yes. So you see her and she's clearly in fear and trying to hide from Romero's sight, and she and you're able to, she's not protecting herself very well, and you're able to focus in on some of her damaged like her damaged ankle, and drive your short sword in not once but twice, causing a decent amount of damage to her.
Right in her cankles.
Her cankles.
Brooklyn's favorite asset.
Stab them cankles. That's why you're short. You gotta stab the cankles.
Okay, but she is starting to look pretty hurt now. Or she's starting to look injured now. And then it's Aiden's turn.
And Morgantha.
Okay, yes. So you draw the familiar shapes this time, focusing in drawing a few more, hoping to drive the damage home as they fly forward and hit Morgantha. At this point, she's kind of like shaking in fear and looks visibly hurt.
Fench, I need you to back up.
So
Can I?
Romero's turn.
Guess I'll try to handle the one that's next to me now.
Oh, did I forget to do a save for her?
Yeah, I think so. She technically has to make a wisdom save.
So yeah.
Well,
So
Right.
she's not frightened anymore, but she still ate all that damage. So Romero's turn.
All right. Trying to deal with this one next to me. I'll just swing at her.
Okay, that does not hit. So, given that she's up on the stairwell, you go to swing the flail, but you misjudge it slightly as she's above you, and instead you end up hitting the railing of the stairs. And then it is the lady upstairs. She looks around. She kind of has the feeling that Oscar is still in her presence, but she's not going to worry about it now, knowing that her sister and her mother are downstairs in a fight. So,
Oh, we're slowly getting a backstory about against these guys. Yet again, killing children.
So she's downstairs. So do you want to make an attack of opportunity or no?
No, because I'd lose my invisibility.
That's why I wanted to check. So she finds herself at the top of the stairwell. She can see Fench, kind of, and Romero from where she's standing, and she chooses to cast Magic Missile at Fench.
Well, that's not nice.
So you take 8 force damage.
Yeah, I do.
And then it's Fench's turn.
Alright. I can't actually see anything on the stairs right now.
I'd say you'd probably see the other night hag in the night hag form. You'd see her feet, and then you can see the one that's fighting Romero because she's on the bottom of the staircase.
Okay. I believe in you.
What?
Well, if we take out one, it's going to be easier to fight the others.
Okay.
That's my thoughts right now. Unless you think they're going to blow past. You think you can hold the stairs?
Gesundheit.
Sure.
Thank you. I know. I'm very
Cool.
sneezy.
Alright. I go right here. And I go to attack.
Okay. Yep, and that hits.
Sweet. That's okay.
That's okay. Yes. So you swing your sword, hoping to aim at one of her vital spots, but you kind of nick the damaged shoulder that Jorin had pierced earlier, and it does some damage, but she doesn't seem to flinch from it as much as some of the earlier attacks. So then it is Bella's turn at the bottom of the staircase. She too goes ahead and transforms into the hag form. And then she makes a claw attack against Romero. Is a 16 hit?
16 does not hit.
Okay. So she scratches at your armor, and you hear the scraping of metal as she hits your heavy armor, but she's not able to get through to do any real damage. And then it is Oscar's turn.
Ask it up.
How are these kids doing up here?
They are scared and crying and locked up.
I'll deal with that in a moment. Can I,
Best reaction.
would you allow me to do like an acrobatics to try to like kick the one witch down these steps into the other witch down the steps?
That would not be acrobatics. I don't think so. I think that would be strength.
Yeah, shove.
Yeah.
What if I like?
Is that just a
you know,
plain
Jackie
athletics?
Chan it?
You're still. Would that be athletics, Stryder, for shove? Or is it just pure strength? Let me look it up.
I think it's just an attack option.
All right, new plan. I unlock the children
Make a
and give them
strength
daggers.
athletics check contested by the target's strength, athletics, or dexterity acrobatics.
So she would probably do dexterity acrobatics to keep her balance while he tries to boop
Yeah,
her
so
down the stairs.
New plan. I unlock the kids and give them daggers.
Oh my god. Do you have spare daggers?
Yes.
Children. Okay.
Go forth, my child army.
They seem like they'd be effective.
All right. So yeah, you can. Do you say anything to the kids, or do you just go like, "Here, have some stabbies"?
Yeah. I'll hand them. I'll hand them. You know what? Too. I'll hand them. How many children are we talking about here?
There's 2. There were 3 cages. The top one's empty, and the middle 2
Oh,
had like the
well.
locked latches. There's not an army here. It's 2 kids.
I don't know. I'll just be like, you know, I'll hand them the knife, and be like, it's now time to rise up against your captives. You guys can do anything if you just put your mind and body to it. Now let's go kill some witches, and I will also give them a bardic inspiration
To the children.
to the children.
Do you see their names under their icons? I'm just curious if you can see those.
You mean the one that says not combat?
Non-combatant.
Yeah, I'm just curious if you can see that. But I'll let you're role playing it, so we're gonna keep going. I'm not taking. We're not no
Whoa.
take backsies.
Only on the streams.
Wait, are you gonna punish me for not metagaming?
You've already been punished.
Yeah, you're already going through with it. I was saying like I was just curious if you could see those names or not.
No, I wasn't paying attention to that.
That's fine. I just think it's funnier this way. Anyway, so the bardic inspiration, that's a D4 on attacks.
A D6, they can roll towards hitting.
Towards hitting. Okay.
Yeah, and some other stuff if they need to do other things, but ideally go attack these witches.
So
And I'll, you know, they can clearly get by me to get in there.
yeah. So the 2 kids are too scared hearing all the fighting going on downstairs and can hear the hags making lots of, like, you know, screaming as they attack all of you, and they are too scared to leave their cages, and they're too, like, they're
Man.
sniveling.
Wish I had that calm emotions. that I was going to take.
So, that's your turn, right? Because Bardic Inspiration's a action? Or is that a bonus action?
Bonus action.
And I was going to give you the giving them daggers as a free, like, item interaction. So, what else?
Oh, do I still have an action?
Yeah, I'll give you another action.
Can I throw myself down these stairs at these witches?
Let's phrase that better.
I don't know. If I throw myself, does it count as acrobatics? I just go, yup. Lunge.
Cannonball down the stairs.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's do it. Let's. Are you being graceful about it? Are you like drop kicking, or are you just like shoulder checking?
That depends on the roll.
All right, go ahead and roll acrobatics. Okay. So you're standing at the top of the stairs, and you can see the hag that was not interested in your flirts earlier towards the top of the stairs. So you go and try to, you know, surprise her with like a kind of tackle, but what you end up doing is you kind of jump off the top stairs and kind of just like chest bump her back.
All right.
And then she, where is it? There it is.
Whoa.
She holds her own very well, and you're now next to her.
I didn't surprise her, and she had disadvantage and takes that 6.
She had an idea that you were still upstairs, but she wasn't going to deal with you, so she's not entirely surprised by you.
All right.
Yes. But yeah, so now you're just next to her, having kind of like
So
chest
as a
bumped her.
review, I've done nothing my turn. essentially.
This
Well-
feels
Makes it
better,
different than
Oscar.
any other turn.
We often feel
Yeah.
like you've done nothing.
Yeah, like it's been 3 turns of not saying Oscar.
Aw.
That's not true. I soaked some damage.
It's true. He did
Exactly
soak some
with,
damage for us. I'll give him that. And he
And he delayed
stopped
the
the one
hags.
hag from coming down the stairs for a bit.
Yeah. So Morgantha, who is clearly looking injured now, she. How do I want to do this?
Oscar done ruined my plan.
What was your plan?
To get Fench out of the way so that I could just stick them all to the walls.
Stick him to the wall. I can dip out of the way. Or stick me
You
to the
say
wall.
so.
It's fine.
She.
Just do it, Aiden. Just do it.
Morgantha kind of hops over this railing to the bottom of the staircase. That's
Oh, damn.
8 feet. So does she? Is it every 10 feet fall you
It's
roll?
every 10, yeah.
Every
she's
10.
Fine.
Yeah. So she hops over that railing and gets to the bottom of the staircase, making it down to the bottom fine. I guess Fench and Jorin. Would they get
And
attacked?
Oscar.
And Oscar. No, Oscar's at the top of the stairs. He's not actually on the same floor.
I got some rapier-ish. I can maybe try to poke at her. Maybe at disadvantage.
Oh, but
No.
she said you're at the top of the stairs.
You're not on the same floor. But yeah, so Jorin and Fench would get attacks of opportunity against her.
Cool.
Stabbies.
Stibbity stabbity.
Yep, so only Jorin is able to hit. So you got so excited. So Morgantha leaps over the side of the railing and hops down to the bottom of the stairwell. Fench, trying his best to react, sees her move, but he's just a second too late as his longsword hits the ground as she's already jumped over the railing. But Jorin, being a little bit closer to the railing, he's able to take his short sword and catch one of her legs as she's leaping over and do some
Whoa.
damage.
Hack
What?
them cankles.
Yeah, hack
Is
them
she still
cankles.
not hunters?
What's that?
Yeah, she
Is
still
she
has
still
hunter
not marked?
so she gets,
Yeah.
she gets the hunter
It's
mark.
any, that's right. It's any attack. Ah.
Okay. So that damage is applied now. So then it is Jorin's turn.
I probably should stop her from trying to escape.
That'd be ideal.
I guess I can't see. She's just at the bottom of the stairs, still right there.
Yeah.
Jump on her.
And use your attacks at the same time. Do it super
two-
badass.
Two
my
short swords
lord.
pointed down, like she jumps over.
I'm totally leaping over this on top of her.
Are you actually?
Jump on her like a Goomba.
Yep.
Acrobatics. Okay, and then an attack roll.
With both swords? I get both.
I'll say they're both in one attack because it's like you're not slashing them, you're kind of like jumping on her with both of them. But then I'll let you roll the
Okay.
yeah. So so you're able to nimbly jump down with the swords out, and you catch her in her other shoulder, the one that hasn't been damaged repeatedly, and you're able to just barely get the damage into her shoulder. And she takes that damage. And she seemed completely surprised by the attack and kind of like braces her weight on her not bad ankle as you come down upon her. So then Aiden's
Attack
turn.
all the extremities.
This is a window, right?
Yes, that's the one that you saw coming up.
Okay. Let's see. Let's blast her once.
The same one, Morgantha.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That doesn't knock her out, right?
No. So, yeah, so she takes the damage from the missiles and is still standing.
Okay. I'm out the window.
Okay.
I hurl myself through this window.
All right. That would be over 10 feet.
Okay.
So, is that a D4?
It's
6?
D6?
It's
a
yeah.
D6 per 10 feet. So if it's 20 feet, he has to roll 2d6.
It's less than 20 because each floor is 8 feet tall. I think I said it was about 15 feet off the ground.
You did.
Alright, yeah, it's a
Or,
D6.
no, that's 12. But even still.
Okay.
Hey.
All right. And then Romero's turn.
No, throw me out the window.
Oh, well. But... But it's still Romero's turn, right? Because you attacked and then you jumped.
Yeah.
Yes.
Guess I just shout something like, "What do I do? Just hold these two?"
I'm coming to you.
All right. Swing at this ugly bitch in front of me.
That does hit.
All right. Can I put
I
the
mean,
fear of
she's
God on her
pretty
with
of
some
all
fucking
three.
smites too?
Sure.
Is she undead?
She... scroll... Oh, no. I scrolled up in the wrong place. No.
Alright, and just take out one of the dueling styles, please.
Okay. So, yes. So, you swing your flail, seeing that Morgantha is fleeing, but you don't want to be snuck up by her, the other two in the windmill. You take your aim to make sure that you do plenty of damage against these on the stairs to hold them back. You bring your flail up and you bring it down. It kind of swings in such a way that it hits her kind of in the back, taking her breath out. And with that...
I mean, it's a smite, so...
Well, I was saying you hit it and then you smite.
Oh, okay.
Sorry that my flavor text sucks. And then from the blow in your flail, some of the shadows, is that the best way to describe them? I always feel like I describe them badly.
Yeah, shadows.
Shadows come off of your flail and kind of like explode on her back, dealing even more damage than the flail itself does. Bup, bup, bup.
He does bonus damage if they're fiends too.
Oh, it's not just undead?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So yeah, and
so I need to roll the D8 as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Nice.
I didn't realize it applied to fiends as well.
Okay, but yeah, so it definitely, the blow definitely hits her hard, and she kind of like gasps from having the breath completely knocked out of her. And then it is the one on top of the stairs' turn. So she turns around and claws at Oscar. Does an 11 hit?
No.
So yes.
I don't mind that she turned into a hag. She was doing a lot more damage when she was her normal self.
Yes, so she tries to claw at you, but you have you kind of like weasel out of her way, dodging left and right as she's kind of stuck in a small area, clawing at the wrong spot. So it is Fench's turn.
I am gonna join good buddy over here and strike at this foul beast of a woman.
Okay.
Bam.
Yeah,
I
so
guess I'm just here to increase your AC now.
so yes, so you take your long sword, aiming between the banisters of the stairs, hoping to catch her in her leg, but instead your long sword kind of gets stuck in between the banisters, unable to reach her.
I'm glad Fench is comic relief in combat.
And then
Good the first round.
and then now it is this night hag's turn.
It makes us look good.
This one, this one, right in front of me.
Yes, it is her turn.
Okay.
So let me double check something.
Oh, look, she has power word kill.
Oh god.
No.
Okay. Debating. Okay, yeah, she makes a claw attack against you, Romero. It's 23 hit.
She's disadvantaged.
Okay, does 11 hit?
No,
All right, so
because
she
I have Aiden's
protection.
Good and evil on.
Yeah, so she reaches out to claw at you, and having been distracted by Fench's attack through the stairwell, she kind of reaches out too far and slashes between the two of you instead of actually hitting either of you. Then it is Oscar's turn.
I'm going to hit this one with some nice vicious mockery.
I was
Okay.
waiting for that.
What did you say to her?
And I'm gonna be like, you know, it would never work out between us. Not because of your looks, but because you eat children. And clearly, she's fine with that.
Yeah, she cackles back at you and goes, "They're part of a healthy diet," and just completely ignores you. So then it is Morgantha's
I
turn.
don't think there's anything else I can do yet.
Let me look at something real quick.
Hopefully not ways to kill Jorin.
Okay. So what you notice is Morgantha, she reaches into her cloak and pulls out a necklace that she's been wearing, and she clutches it closely. And what you see is she starts to kind of disappear in front of you, as she poofs away.
What?
Boop.
Oh. All that work for her to poof?
She poofed.
Rip.
Now I'm mad.
Maybe she turned invisible, just swing in the air.
So then
Alright.
it is Jorin's turn.
Well. I'm confused by the poofing. That's I probably would try and search for any place she could have gone since she just poofed in front of me.
Okay. You look around and all you see is the window and the bottom of the staircase, but you don't see any kinds of doors or any indication that anything's been opened.
Look for footprints. Track.
I guess hearing my comrades still fighting at the stairs above me, I go back up the stairs to help.
Okay.
Am I still out in action, or am I
No,
My
you
searching
can.
is my action.
You can shoot.
Shooties. I guess there's the one right in front of Romero. I give a much better view of than the one above, I guess.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna do the shooties. Well, since I've lost my previous target, I transfer my hunter's mark to this one.
Mm-hmm.
And then do
Wait,
the
would
shooties.
he, if she was invisible or anything, would he know where she is at because of his hunter's mark?
I don't. Does it tell you location or does it just help you hit it?
Deal extra damage. I have an advantage on perception and survival checks I make to find it. But that's it. So I have advantage on perception checks.
So you might have an idea.
Yeah. I mean, you could use your action to try and track her, or you could attack this turn.
Seems like attacking with my comrades is the better decision at the moment. After moving Hunter's Mark to this one. Doing the shooties with the bow.
So it's not a bonus
Oh,
action.
Oh, wait, so I can't move it unless they die? I thought I could. Oops.
I know you
Not
can.
sure how
It
I
just does the
feel about
damage.
that.
Missile market. Yeah. So, yeah, I can't change the Hunter's Mark then. I can only shoot.
Okay, you'd have to recast it as an action.
Yeah.
Yep. No, it's a bonus action to recast it, but
But yeah, so that does hit. Okay. So yes, so you focus in on your new target, Bella, at the bottom of the staircase, and you're able to hit her in the shoulder. So the arrow just sticks in her. Then it is Aiden's turn.
So did I see her disappear?
Yes, because she was at the bottom of the stairs. It was kind of
oh,
yeah.
Aiden's outside,
Uh,
right?
let me
I was
see.
at the door.
Oh, at the door.
Like,
Yeah.
No.
So I think you could have seen her because the door's been left open. Unless you guys closed it earlier.
No, we weren't polite.
I guess I gotta go back up the stairs then. 5, 10, 15. I can't see anyone. I guess I just hold a toll if I see any enemies.
Okay. So then Romero.
I just have the one hag in front of me still, right?
Mm-hmm. Because the other one's all the way at the top of the stairs.
Just try to whack her, I guess.
Okay. That does not hit. So yeah, you bring your flail up, and try to hit her, but this time she's extra cautious around you as all the damage she took previously from your smite, and she kind of like jumps back and you hit the stair instead of her. And then it is the hag at the top of the stairs with Oscar. She attempts another claw attack, or well, yes, she'll do another claw attack. It's a 26 hit.
Yeah.
Okay. So she does 13 slashing damage to you as she, this time, instead of trying to reach up to attack you, she kind of swings her hands from left to right, and she's able to scratch you at like about the knee, getting past her armor and exposing your leg. And then it is Fench's turn.
I'm just going to say this. I'm not willing to be in a strength contest with these.
Alright.
Near Millstone. I can see this going in my favor and then going in their favor. I'm going to go for an attack.
Okay.
Please work.
All right, it does not hit. So you go to swing at the night hag, and since she was already cautious about Romero's attack, she kind of sees yours coming out of the corner of her eye, and she lifts her foot just in time, so you're unable to hit her leg from the bottom of the stairwell.
I can't even trim her nails.
So seeing the situation she's in now, she backs up a stair, which would give Romero an attack of opportunity. And that does hit. Yep. So, seeing your chance that...
Command you to hit.
seeing your chance as she's starting to flee from you, you swing your flail and you're able to hit her in the back once again, causing her to kind of lean forward from where she had already taken a good amount of damage. And then, as she does that, she jumps out the window. And begins fleeing away.
She take the
Yep, I rolled a
d6
d6.
damage. Okay.
There's a GM roll, so it's a secret. And then it is Oscar's turn.
Let's get up.
Did the one that jumped out the window? How badly did she look? Right before she jumped out the window.
She didn't look that hurt, but she had taken some damage.
All right. I'm just gonna shout out to the one in front of me, another vicious mockery, and just say to her, "Looks like your sister's left you all alone." Take that, vicious mockery. Well, all that damage.
Okay. So,
Haha! She's attacked me twice, and I've dealt 2 damage. I think we're even.
I think either of those words could work, Whisper. But anyway, so yeah, so she hears you. What did you say again exactly? Sorry, I was reading something else.
That her sisters have left her and she's all alone, something along those lines, I think.
Okay, yeah, so she hears what you have to say, and she turns around and sees that indeed, like, Morgantha is disappeared, and that her sister just jumped out the window, and she kind of takes a second, and kind of, like, you see her eyes try to figure out what's going on exactly, as she is upset. And then, yep, so that is your turn. So it is Jorin's turn.
So, how well can I see her, or at all? She's up the stairs.
I'd say if you see her, it's Mainly feet, because Fench, I said, could see your feet, so you can see your feet.
See your feet.
Yeah.
Arrows to the foot.
It's the key to defeat.
But shh.
Shoot them cankles.
So you aim steadily, hoping to get an arrow to her ankles, but instead, after you fire, it bounces off the top of the staircase and back onto the floor in front of Fench.
Darn.
Then it is Aiden's turn.
The one's still running away. It's not like she's visible.
Yeah, but I can't even see her. And I couldn't see the other one jump out.
Are you still outside the place?
No, he's up the
on the
stairs.
I heard the window
I
breaking.
literally can't see the floor that you're on. Like, I see Jorin and Romero in the corner.
Oh, because of the walls of the staircase.
Yeah.
You still probably would have heard the window break.
Yes, but which window? Can I
It's
even
the
see
one
the window if I
opposite of
step
you.
up? What? She went through you, Romero?
She
No, there's a
hopped
window
the
here.
banister and went over here.
Oh. I thought you
There's
meant
4
before.
windows on the floor.
Yeah, I don't see the hag to attack her. Like, even if I step up here, I can't see her.
I just meant you could give chase. I think she's downstairs now.
The one that jumped out the window is outside, is what he's saying.
Oh.
You could run after her.
I'd be willing to follow.
Alright. Let's chase then.
All 60 movement.
Well, it depends on when I can see her. So that was 10 down the stairs, and 10 more, 20. Oh,
Yeah, I'd say she's... So let me think. This is 5, 10... So then she would have actually fallen out here. And is probably like somewhere not visible on the map.
how far though? Can I see her from where I'm at?
She would have probably ran another 60 or 40, 50 feet. So, let me look at Barovia. Like, I need to see, like, the surrounding area. Bup, 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 bup. She's probably in the woods now, and you wouldn't be able to see her.
Shit. Alright. So I guess I'll just wait out here.
Okay. So then Romero.
Think. Right. I'm gonna bonus action cast Wrathful Smite.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what that does, or do I need to?
You put it in there. It's there 3 times now.
Oh shit! Well, it's not popping up for some reason. I don't know why. And then I'm going to, I guess, move to back this one up the stairs.
Okay. Yep. You crit.
Nice.
And
Oh, so
you
I also crit on the smite, the extra d6, right?
your attack deals an extra 1d6.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So yeah, you run up the stairs in an angry state, hoping to deal with this final hag that hasn't run away from you as well. You bring the flail down in between her shoulder blades, and she hunches forward as you bring it down. And she's able to feel just the... how do you explain Wrathful Smite? Is it just like super
Well,
angers?
she needs to make a wisdom check because it's supposed to be terrifying.
Yeah. Okay, so she feels
And-
that.
Yeah.
So she's frightened. Yep.
Yeah, like you could like the way I would probably describe it is like as he hits her, like shadows and creep all around him, and he looks like a demon in front of her.
Okay, yeah. So she turns around, having been hit in the back, to see what exactly hit her so hard, and she sees the shadows engulfing you, and she just gasps in fear from it, and takes the damages. Get out of the ruler mode. Hey, bro, you did the damages.
Too bad I rolled so low on all of it.
And
Would have been
then-
a lot of damage if I rolled like high on those.
Yeah, and then it is her turn. So being frightened of you, she pushes past Oscar, getting out of your melee range, Romero, so you can make an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Yep, you're able to swing the flail and hit her in the side as she's running up these stairs. I accidentally grabbed Oscar, but oops. Dealing
Me off the step.
dealing a load of damage to her as she runs up the stairs to get past Oscar and out of your sight. So that would be 10, 15, 20. And then you hear another crash, similar to the one you heard earlier.
Would I have also got an attack of opportunity on her?
Yes.
Yeah. Take this.
But is it useful?
It does not hit. So
Damn
as
it.
she's running past you, you bring out your rapier and hope that you catch her in time, but instead you just catch the edge of her outfit, skinning off a piece of flesh from her flesh clothes. And you hear a similar crash to what you heard earlier when Bella had jumped out the window,
But much higher.
but much higher, double the height.
But she lands right in front of Aiden.
And she's at this window, and that's how. So how much did I say? That was 10 to get past Oscar, 5 to go up, and she jumps. So she's probably like right here, and then she uses
She doesn't have to keep running once she's out of line of sight.
yes, but I'm gonna make them keep running.
Oh.
But this time, Aiden sees her.
Aiden, you are able to see her as she starts to sprint off into the woods. And then you're out of combat.
Were they heading in the direction of the circles?
No, they're just running. Now that Morgantha had disappeared.
All right.
Well, we kicked him out.
Everyone
Do we give-
okay?
Do we give chase?
Does anyone need healing?
There's children upstairs that might need some help, and I'm not opposed to the idea of some healing.
Alright. How much do you need points wise?
I'm not sure chasing them into the woods is the best plan, Finch.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna-
probably right.
Just lean to my brother and just whisper in his ear, I'm at 3 out of 27.
Now you're at 23 out of 27.
All right.
Wow.
It was lay on hands.
But we should also help these kids.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. We also need to clear out this place as well.
Yeah. So did you guys want to do that real quick before we end the session? Because it is 12:30.
Now let's end the session and we can start up with looting the windmill and talking to some kids.
I agree
Okay.
with that.
Yeah. I would like to sleep before work.
All right. That's why I figured I would. Like, it makes sense for the hags to leave once their coven is broken up. So I was like, I'll do it that way to kind of wrap it up. All right. So yep. So that's the end of the session. I'll close the stream off. Thanks for anyone who hung out and watched. Always appreciated. And
Bye, everybody.
catch you next time.
See ya.